Content warning. On this podcast, we discuss sensitive issues, including, but not limited to, swearing, tasteless jokes, situations of a sexual nature, and drug use. This podcast is not intended for children. Welcome to BiblioWrecks, where we read the worst stories the world has to offer. I'm Bam Bam.
And I'm Bugs. And today we are doing a self-help book.
Well, that's good because I'm needing to help myself.
Yes, this will reveal the secrets of the universe, specifically to you.
Oh, well, that's good because I need something catered specifically to my problems in life.
Yes, we are doing You Are a Badass at Making Money by Jen Sincero.
I mean, I could always use some more money, so it's good this is specifically for me.
Yeah, she said, Bam Bam is poor and he needs money. I will write this book for you.
All these things are true.
This is the first time I'm doing a self-help book, so I kind of have it structured a little differently.
Have I done a self-help book?
Yeah, you did that testosterone one.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
And there may have been one or two others. There was a diet one.
I think that might have been the same one.
No, there was another one that was like, I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Anyways, so in a novel, we have a narrative, we have a main character, and it's fairly easy to, you just tell the story. This one is self-help, so it's very repetitive. Every chapter has something slightly different, but we come back to the same themes and just say them slightly different ways. The first part of the script is I went chapter by chapter and wrote the unique thoughts in each chapter down. And then at the end, I put a section where it was like good advice she had, bad advice she had, mantras, these different success stories. And I just put all of those in one section. So if you're going, hey, you skipped that success story where that person became a millionaire, it's coming at the end.
Okay.
I didn't want to try to do every single chapter has a success story and we're going to stop and da-da-da. Every single one has mantras. We're going to stop. We're just putting some sections just by themselves. So a slightly different format. I was reminded of Jen Sincero and her You Are a Badass book because I listened to the If Books Could Kill podcast and they did it and I was like, oh yeah, that was such a bad book. Oh, I should do that one again because I remember reading it and it was so bad. And so I listened to the episode and they told me she had written other books.
Oh boy.
And I didn't know about that.
Love hearing that.
Yeah. She wrote You Are a Badass, of course. That came out in 2012. She wrote You Are a Badass at Making Money, this book. And back in 2005, she wrote a book called The Straight Girl's Guide to Sleeping with Chicks.
I am. Huh.
Because
A self-help book for nobody?
it's for bisexuals, but bisexual isn't a thing that exists in 2005.
Right. It's just
Biracial.
straight girls that want to have sex with women. Yeah, that I don't know how you say that any other way than you're a bisexual.
Right. And I only heard about the book from the If Books Could Kill. And they briefly talked about it. It wasn't the whole episode, it was just a section. It just sounded like, hey, you know how when you're out on girls' night and everyone's sitting in their jammies, that's a great time to hit on your friends. You know how you're at the spa and everyone's half naked and vulnerable? That's the time to hit on your friends. It sounded like if a man put on a woman bodysuit, that's where he would be hitting on women in their most vulnerable, relaxed spaces. And that's gross.
I mean, that's why you hear about women going to like gay bars and stuff like that, because it's somewhere they can go hang out and not be constantly hit on.
Right. So it's the idea of I'm a woman and I'm also going to hit on women in these inappropriate sections of the world.
Yeah.
So it sounded...
the few respites women have.
where they feel safe. No one's going to mess with me. No one's going to hit on me and turn me into a sexual object. But wait, Jen's around the corner. The Badass at Making Money sounded hilarious just from their brief overview of it. I listened to it initially on YouTube. Somebody had an AI read it. And that was kind of helpful because it's a completely neutral voice.
Yeah.
You're not getting someone who's excited and pumping you up. You're just getting an AI who's reading it completely flat.
Yeah,
so you're able to absorb more of the message and you're not getting as much of the propaganda.
Yeah, and you're not getting their emphasis at the parts that they think think you should be excited about, like selling you with their personality as opposed to selling you with the actual content.
Right. And the content is bad. I forgot how bad her writing is. I remembered how bad every time I see that book at Goodwill, I'm like, oh, that book was terrible. Never thought to do it for the podcast for some reason. But every time I see it, I'm like, oh, God, it's so bad. We start off the book with Jen talking about how it is taboo to talk about money.
Is it?
Is it?
In what way? Like talking about other people's finances? That I think
No,
that's
it's just like sex. You know how no one is willing to talk about sex? They're also completely unwilling to talk about money. Shh, you can't talk about shh. I don't know what world this is in.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck she's talking about.
People love money. People love talking about money.
Right.
People also talk about sex.
People are always talking about
How to
starting
get it,
like new
spending
businesses
it, wanting
and stuff
more.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but this is her premise. No one else is willing to talk about money, and she will. She is the truth teller.
Already not buying the premise, so we're
Me
not
neither.
off to a good start.
No one is willing to teach us how to do it, be good at it, and it's gross and dirty. That's her premise.
Okay, I kind of see that. Like people not people are always willing to give you advice.
Yes, there's so many Dave Ramsey people who are, you just need to budget. You need to track your money. You need to get extra jobs to earn money. This is how much you need to make an hour to afford this lifestyle. I don't know where she believes this comes from. Maybe it's her own specific family culture.
Maybe.
But I think her premise is wrong. You need to change your attitude about money, and that will change your relationship with money. That's how she will save the day. You change your relationship and your thoughts about money.
Okay. I sounds fine, I guess.
Right, because it's like, yeah, if you believe money is gross and dirty, you're not going to want to work a job because then you'll get money and you'll feel gross and dirty. If you believe her initial premise and you follow the logic line here, this is what she's saying. Money is gross and dirty. Earning money is gross and dirty. That's why you're poor. So you need to stop thinking money is gross and dirty, and then you'll be rich.
This is already bizarre. Okay, I'm... Like, these ideas are like, they're tangential enough to sort of working thoughts, but...
Right, the logic is unsound. We're on unsound ground here. Up until her 40s, Jen was a freelance writer who barely made enough to get by. Her plan to deal with her student loans and financial struggles, quote, "My watertight plan for getting out of financial struggle was partly based on having a whole lot of hang-ups about money, parentheses, money is evil. Rich people are gross. I have no idea how to make it. I'd have no idea what to do with it, even if I did know how to make it, etc., close parentheses, as well as my perpetual and torturous state of indecision." Her sentence structure needs help.
Yeah. I don't think that you think, like, someone thinking that rich people are bad is going to inhibit you from making money.
Right. That just doesn't make sense to
Right.
me at all. However, this is her financial baseline. She had student loans and she was broke. And she thought rich people were gross, which is why she stayed broke. This is how she's selling the idea, that she's selling her story.
Yeah, you just decide to not make any money because of moral reasons? I've never heard of that one.
Also, she's a freelancer making money.
Yeah.
She's not somebody like doing Thoreau living in the woods or whatever.
Yeah.
She's not making a stand against capitalism. She's saying, I couldn't become wealthy because I thought people who made money were evil.
No, you don't make money because either one, you're not looking for certain kinds of opportunities, or two, the opportunities are not there.
Yeah, exactly. And you're a freelance writer, so you make your own hours, you choose your own gigs, you choose how much you work. You're not stuck in a minimum wage job here.
Right. So is this going to be like a pull yourself up by your bootstraps?
Kind of. Not really. Because there's some conflicting messages in this. There's some really strong conflicting messages.
So kind of a shotgun approach. Like, I'm going to give you a bunch of advice and something is going to stick for you.
Right. And also, if you don't follow everything, that's her get out of jail card.
Right.
Because if you're not following every single thing of advice, you didn't do it right.
Right.
That's why you're not wealthy.
Kind of like MLMs.
Yes, exactly like MLMs. And she actually coaches MLM people.
Ah.
How did you guess?
Well, I see signs sometimes.
You know, most people struggle with money to some degree, and she talks about her intense state of indecision. If you waffle in your career and hop from thing to thing, you're not likely to have a successful career.
Yeah, you're never going to get yourself established and
Right.
stable.
I mean, when I go into accounting, most people consider it takes 10 to 12 years to make yourself established as an accountant.
Yeah.
And she's just like, just doing thing to thing to thing and had no success. How awful.
I'm not making financial benefits that I want within like a year or two, so I'm just going to quit and start over.
Right. And I've known people like that, and they did not have success.
Yeah.
They just hopped from thing to thing, and everything was cool and half finished. She claims to have excelled at financial mediocrity by ordering water when at dinner with friends, declining to order a main, and just eating the whole bread bowl. So this is one of her behaviors. Another is walking instead of paying for valet parking. Another is using duct tape to repair stuff. And another is carefully researching items to see if she could find a good deal or make something herself instead of buying it. She looks back on her time doing those things as, ew, gross. I was so mediocre.
Oh, like those things were a mistake?
Yes. She believes those were mistaken activities.
Yeah. I mean,
She should have
those
spent
things...
that time making money.
Okay. I mean, I see those things as like kind of quick fixes. Doing those things aren't going to make you more money. They're just going to stop you from hemorrhaging money in the moment.
Right. And that's kind of normal poor people behavior.
Right.
You use coupons. Not that going out to eat and refusing to buy a main dish. That to me sounds like acting poor and pitiful in front of your friends and hoping they'll buy you a meal.
Yeah. Which it's also got like that boomer logic too. Like you're eating avocado toast for breakfast and that's why you can't afford a house.
Yes. She's actually Gen X.
Okay. Yeah, that tracks then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all the avocados. It's not the fucking housing market as a crisis.
Right. This does make her seem more relatable to most people. Like, most people have been like, oh, I can only buy one TV for the next 5 years. I'm going to pick a very, very carefully pick my TV.
Yeah.
Because I want it to last me a long time.
Yeah, kind of using your purchases proactively.
Right. She's acting like that is a complete waste of time. And this is not something you should do. This is being financially mediocre.
So wait, does she think that you should buy a cheap TV then?
She thinks you should spend all that time earning lots of money so you can buy the nicest TV you want. And it's like, that's just not how making money works.
Right.
If we could just go earn as much as we wanted, everyone would be super rich.
Right, yeah.
Or comfortable to the degree that they wanted.
Like that sounds like a non-option for most people in the situation. They're going to buy a TV. Oh, well, I should make a lot of money for this TV that I'm needing right now.
So that's the premise, is she's financially mediocre. She's doing these decisions. She wants us to relate to her, and we're all supposed to be like lower working poor, I guess, is kind of the people she's aiming this book at. But here's an interesting quote. The human ability to rationalize, defend, and accept our self-imposed drama is bananas, especially because we have all the power within us to choose and create realities that totally kick ass. We see it all the time with people who are in miserable or even abusive relationships. He's just so sad and sorry after he cheats on me. It breaks my heart. Plus, the makeup sex is super hot. We see it when people... Hold on. We see it when people insist on staying in jobs they hate. Quote, I spend my lunch breaks weeping in the stairwell. I'm so miserable, but the health insurance is amazing. She's comparing being poor to being in an abusive relationship or being stuck at a job that makes you cry.
Yeah, these things just don't compare like that.
No, they don't.
Yeah. Where exactly is the parallel at your job getting cheated on by your spouse? I don't think those things equate. That's a whole different thing.
These are completely different situations.
My boss is seeing other employees, and that's why I'm crying in the stairwell.
But also, if you have a job, you're making money.
Right.
It just is a sucky job.
Yeah.
But she's comparing that to being cheated on and to being poor. She thinks these are all equivalents of situations.
That's weird.
It's really strange, right? But she's spending the first part of this book trying to convince us how much it sucks to be poor, which anyone who's actually poor will tell you. Yeah, it sucks.
I don't need any convincing.
I don't need to be convinced, man. I'd like to buy new shoes. I'd like to have a car that works, you know? So I'm wondering if her actual audience is actually poor people or middle-class people who can't afford a third vacation. Because you're trying really hard to sell this premise. She admits to spending a huge amount of money on her consulting business, paying for mentoring, headshots, the whole works. But now she makes 7 figures selling books and being a success coach. She tells us that we have to be willing to be very uncomfortable over and over to make lots of money.
So working a dead-end job for the health insurance?
Here's the thing, though. She doesn't tell us to go to college or get a lucrative career or change career paths.
Yeah, work right out of high school so you can get a dead-end job and beg for health insurance. I don't understand what...
She spends chunks of this book telling us we can become wealthy without working hard or long hours.
I mean, it sounds like the usual sell, I guess.
It's just magic?
Yeah.
Because she insists that stay-at-home moms can get rich, too.
Off of what? Like, what service are you providing if you already have a full-time job taking care of your kids at home?
Right.
What can you do that people will pay for?
Right.
This nonsense economy doesn't make any sense to me.
And we'll get to it later, but these are the promises she's making at the beginning.
Yeah.
She's saying, if you're broke and deeply in debt, you can still become wealthy. If you're a stay-at-home mom, you can become wealthy. If you work a part-time job at minimum wage, you can become wealthy. She's promising the world to anyone and everyone.
Okay. Yeah, broad audience.
Yeah.
You're trying to capture here.
Remember the premise that you have to change your attitude around money? She had always wanted to be rich and was just unwilling to admit it to herself. She's been lying this whole first chapter about not wanting to be rich, and that's why she wasn't rich. No, she goes and tells us about how when she was a lot younger, she picked up a get-rich-quick nonsense book called The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles. It's one of the very early rich man writes book of how I got rich, but it's full of lies.
Yeah, cash grab self-help books to make you rich too.
But here's the insanely stupid sentence about reading the first part of that book.
Okay.
Quote, because as I sat reading in my living room / kitchen / dining room / bedroom / guest room.
So, small house?
Single room house.
Okay.
But we have to have all of that slashed together because we can't just say single room apartment.
Yeah.
The first sentence of this book leapt out and spat in my eye, offending me to my core. It said this: whatever may be said in praise of poverty, the fact remains that it is not possible to live a really complete or successful life unless one is rich. Whatever, Wattles. Plenty of people are poor and happy and feel complete and successful. The fact that I myself was poor and that I felt far from successful or complete as a result was apparently beside the point. The point was I'd spent an entire lifetime self-righteously insisting that being rich was overrated and gross, and I wasn't going to back down easily no matter how broke I had to stay in order to prove my point.
Okay.
She's insisting that she found rich people gross, but she picked up a book about the science of getting rich.
Yeah.
She's just lying to us.
Right.
She's lying to herself. She always wanted to be rich.
Yeah.
She just failed at being rich.
But also, like, being poor out of spite?
That's what she's trying to tell us.
Right. That just doesn't scan either.
No. She's not a monk. She's not a Buddhist or a Jesus freak who wants to live on the streets and preach to everybody. She has no religious or moral reason for this behavior.
Yeah.
This is just her trying to rationalize why she wasn't rich yet. Because she always wanted to be rich. She's reading these books as a younger person. She's just offended that it said, yeah, rich people have successful and fulfilling lives and poor people don't. Poor people's lives just suck. They have incomplete lives. And I'm like, yeah, that's disgusting. This man who wrote this book is disgusting.
Yeah.
I agree.
Like, I can see the argument being, like, you could potentially live a more fulfilling life, but it doesn't mean you can't have a fulfilling life without money.
Correct. Many people have perfectly fine lives and they're not rich.
Yeah.
The thing is, that's really interesting, is she's going back and saying that offended her then, but now she knows better and he's right. Poor people do have unfulfilling bad lives.
Oh.
And in order to have a good life, you have to be rich.
Okay.
She is now the gross rich person.
I see. Well, you either die poor or you live long enough to be the rich villain.
Yeah. She says, rich people have satisfying, fulfilling lives. Poor people don't. The way to fix this isn't systemic change, raising the minimum wage, free childcare, education, universal basic income, none of that.
Of course not. You can't profit on that.
Right. The answer is you become rich, and that will make you fulfilled.
And if we all become rich, then no one's rich again. And the premise fails again.
Mm-hmm. Yep. If we're all eating caviar, it just becomes the same as canned tuna.
Yeah.
But it's just selfish. It is so selfish. It is so disgustingly selfish.
Mm-hmm. Sure is.
Well, wait. What about the pain and suffering in the world? The way to fix it is for you to get rich.
Uh-huh. So this is almost like an effective altruism scheme.
I think she has very strong leanings toward the effective altruism.
Yeah.
Because once you have money, you can change the world. Mm-hmm. Once you have money, you'll have power, and you can enter the political world and fix things. And once you have money, you can donate to dog shelters. And
be a selfish bastard your entire life, become a millionaire, and then you can be a good person.
And then suddenly you'll start giving money away.
Yeah. Works very well, Mr. President.
Mm-hmm. And in fact, did you know rich people have it so hard in America?
Oh.
Did you know they get spit on and people don't like them?
I mean, I would like to. Also, what happened to the fulfilling life when you're rich?
Right.
What happened? We were just there.
We were just saying they have great lives and poor people don't. But also, did you know the rich have it so hard? Quote, while we're at it, let's go ahead and decriminalize rich people.
Oh my God.
Shall we?
They're so oppressed.
They're so oppressed.
The poor rich people. They're just born that way. They don't have a choice.
They can't help it.
Fucking asshole.
Contrary to popular belief, the rich are just people. They're not intrinsically filthy, nor do they deserve to be killed, eaten, or robbed.
Hard disagree.
We live in a society that's made a sport out of judging people with lots of money. So regardless of how you feel in your conscious mind about the rich, i.e., some of my best friends are rich, she's using the problematic phrase, some of my best friends are black, about rich people.
That's funny. We're racist towards rich people. So Gosh.
Speaking of rich, what's her definition? What do you think her definition of rich is?
Oh, God. Is it Donald Trump?
Not in this paragraph.
Okay.
Also, this book came out in 2016, so it was probably written right before Trump became big.
So, is our definition for rich people upper middle class?
The thing is, she will give this definition here to lay covering fire for everything else she's going to say in the book.
Okay.
Quote, rich, able to afford all the things and experiences required to fully experience your most authentic life. She then goes on to list things like buying healthy food, going on vacation, going to classes, affording a personal trainer, middle class things.
Yeah, I was going to say, so the definition for rich is middle class to upper middle class
Right.
stuff.
This is like $100,000 a year, $150,000 a year. You can afford retirement. You can afford college for your kids. You can go on vacation. You can have a decent car.
Yeah.
This is not rich. This is what you used to be able to
it used to
afford
be
on a
mostly
factory job,
baseline.
and your wife worked as a cashier on the weekends. This was full-time plus a part-time job in the 80s.
Yeah.
But to you and me, that sounds pretty rich
Yeah.
to be able to afford, to go on vacation and go pay for a personal trainer. But she's trying to say, look, it's just wanting normal stuff. Being rich means you get to afford organic sometimes. And, a decent car that doesn't break down. This is how she's trying to define rich, which helps. Of course, we shouldn't want to eat the rich because they just want to afford a decent car. We shouldn't want to eat the rich if they just want to put their kids through school.
Yeah, those aren't the rich people want to eat.
Exactly. Those are not the rich people we're mad at.
Right.
We're mad at the billionaires who rent out Venice.
Yeah, we're mad at the billionaires who, I don't know, what the fuck has Musk done this month?
Oh, God. And this will be months later, so.
Yeah.
I'll have done many worse things since then. So she's setting up a reasonable hope, right? This is within reach for some people. If you have a college education, you get a good job, you stay there for a while, you could potentially become middle class. As an accountant, I could potentially become middle class.
Yeah.
Right?
The definitions are weird, but sounding reasonable.
Sounding reasonable. And she's going to bat for the rich because she's promising us we can become rich. So we're defending this class, very vaguely defined class, because we want to be there. And we don't want to be there if they are people burning the earth up. However, she tells us point blank that we must become rich. Quote, "In fact, if you are here to become the grandest, most generous version of yourself, which you are, and if that costs money, which it does, it is your duty as a hallowed child of Mother Nature to get rich. It is your duty as a human being to become rich."
That's gross.
That's bizarre.
Yeah. Also, a long way to say you have to spend money to make money.
Yeah. Because she can't say anything in just a single sentence that's 5 or 6 words
She's
long.
got to try to make it sound profound.
And take up a lot more space. This book could have been a essay, but she needed to sell it and make lots of money off of it, so it had to be a full-length book.
Yeah.
We now find out that she grew up in an affluent home. Her dad was a doctor.
Of course.
She did not grow up one of 10 children living, in the ghetto.
Yeah, paycheck to paycheck at best.
Her father was a doctor, and they would regularly fly to Italy to spend time with his extended family.
Aha.
Like, if you can afford yearly trips to Italy, you're not poor.
Right.
You never were poor. That's not the point of the story in chapter 2, but it's definitely what I noticed.
Yeah.
The point of her whole stuff in chapter 2 is our thoughts dictate our reality. Everything you think about, that's why your life is the way it is now.
So what's the Oprah shit? The
Secret.
The Secret. So
The Secret in Valley Girl voice.
You have to conjure. I can't think of what the fuck I want to say today. What is it they try to push it out in the universe? I'm going with conjuring. We're conjuring.
I mean,
money.
it's all magic.
Yeah.
Conjuring is a good word for it. If we can choose to believe negative things, then we can choose to believe positive things. The thing is, though, these are subconscious beliefs because we might think that we like money in our head, and we might think that we feel positively about money. But if we aren't rich, then we must have subconscious negative beliefs.
Aha. So this is just more being poor as a choice.
Uh-huh.
Gross. I hate that.
She likens the subconscious to a little prince that becomes the king of his kingdom, and it pitches a fit when there are changes to the status quo. Like, your little prince wants you to stay poor, and if you start to do things to get rich, your subconscious will have a tantrum.
Aha. Yeah, I have an existential crisis every time I'd start having a slightly better economic
Yeah, you know that
level.
time you got a raise? You just melted
Yeah,
down.
I thought I was going to kill myself.
You had a heart
I didn't
attack.
know what to do. And then I gradually got used to it, and now I'm fine. I don't know. This is fucking weird.
It is so stupid. For example, you might set up a great plan for a business, but your little prince freaks out. Quote, "Meanwhile, beneath the surface, if you believe that struggling is more noble than succeeding because that's what your parents taught you, and that everyone who loves you as you used to be will judge and abandon you when you're rich, your subconscious might attempt to protect you by suddenly getting the flu, by picking fights with people who can help you,
So
by
getting sick is a choice now?
by inspiring you to procrastinate, make terrible investments, drink your face off the night before or morning of an important meeting, etc."
Okay, you know what? I just figured this out. I figured it out, actually.
She
now.
drank her face off.
Well, that too. No, this is a person who came from an affluent family, or at least comfortably affluent, and is insecure about that. So she feels the need to put on poor airs.
Yes.
And now she thinks that she's turned a leaf and is now accepting herself as a person with money.
Yeah.
That's her character arc.
That is the character arc in this book.
She's like, you know what? No, it's okay that I have money.
And that I want money. And I will do anything to get this money.
I'm okay with being a greedy person, actually. I don't need to change.
Yeah. Also, there's a whole sentence, like this whole section is just talking about self-sabotage, which is a real thing when you get scared and you screw stuff up because you're terrified of the thing you're trying to do.
Sure.
People self-sabotage.
Sure, but that's not what this is.
I self-sabotaged by getting the flu. She says that your thoughts create your emotions, and your emotions inspire actions, and that creates your reality.
I don't know. Again, it's like so vague and tangentially related to something true. I can kind of see it if I give it a lot of credit, but I don't think it deserves it.
If you squint really hard and look at it sideways.
Because, like, I understand it. Like, you start a shitty job and you're just in your head all day at that job that you hate and just thinking about how much you fucking hate it, and that's going to make you quit that job. I can understand it on that level. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, it's a job that you hate. You shouldn't be, like, toxic positiving your way into being fine with that job. You should be accepting it at the moment until you can do something better.
Also, later in the book, she would just tell you, quit that job you hate, no matter what.
Yeah, that's bad advice, too.
It's also bad advice, too. But she just says, be grateful you had the money that you earned from it and quit. Because her whole premise is, you don't have to work hard, you don't have to work long hours, and you don't have to work jobs you hate to become insanely wealthy. Because she's selling magic.
Yeah.
There's a chapter about universal intelligence.
Oh, no.
That is basically God or spirit or something.
Okay.
And she insists that we believe in it already, whether we like it or
boy.
not.
I haven't heard about this from the economic space. Wow. I only hear it from my mom.
If you've ever said, oh my God, or knocked on wood, or said a prayer, or wished for luck, you believe in universal intelligence.
Okay. Yeah, it's not just like a culturally common saying or something.
Right.
It's, we secretly, unconsciously believe in some higher power that's going to make us money.
But wait, there's proof. She says, we believe in electricity and gravity, things we totally can't see, but are real and affect our lives. Just like universal intelligence.
Oh my God. Yeah, but the electricity and gravity are provably there even if you can't see them.
We can measure them.
Yeah, you can drop a fucking apple and see that gravity's there.
Yeah. The universe is energy, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, whatever.
Whole fucking chapter of just that nonsense.
Fun.
And since she just goes with it. Because that, now this.
Okay.
And since the universal intelligence created everything and is connected to our thoughts, this will change the universe to fulfill your desires. So changing your thoughts makes the universe change reality around you.
Uh-huh. Yeah, again, it's just magical thinking. And
In Valley Girl.
Right. I don't know how to interact with that. It just sounds so silly.
It sounds so silly.
Like, in a more realistic way, like, I see changing your mindset makes you a more positive person or something like that, and that makes things around you better because your social system is changing, because you're trying to not be such a dour piece of shit all the time or something.
Like, I had to change my mind and decide I'm going to go back to college. And then going back to college opened up career paths to me and a job and things I love doing.
Yeah, like, I can see it happening like that, but it's not because you changed your mindset, the universe magically opened up a doorway for you.
Right. I had to actually go fill out applications, go visit colleges, go fill out applications, and go places. But here's her quote. Your thoughts dictate the truth. So if you're presently living in your mother's basement working at the chicken shack down the road for $7.95 an hour, and you fixate your thoughts with unwavering determination on owning your own 200-acre chicken farm and a Cadillac, that chicken farm and sweet ride are your truth. Your thoughts alert universal intelligence to start arranging the energy in such a way as to make your desires manifest in physical form.
That's not a truth, it's a goal.
Parentheses. You need to learn how to see and receive the new opportunities that will lead you to your goal, which we will go into more deeply later. End quote. But she's basically saying if you wish hard enough, that chicken farm will just poof.
So, like, if you couch this in more realistic terms, it would be fine, I guess. But you're using all this universe woo-woo shit and not engaging with the reality of these things.
Like, you need to go get a business degree if you're going to start a business.
Yeah.
Or you need to start working in a co-op with other people who also own chicken farms and build up slowly.
Right. It's not giving you a path example. It's just selling you on the, if you just change your thoughts, which is free, then everything will just fall into place in front of you as you walk down the path that I'm not telling you where it is.
Right. Because, like we said, this up the practical road from working at the chicken shack to owning your own farm is saving money, buying a few chickens, selling the eggs, hatching your own chicks, selling the chicks, growing your thing, getting moved into your own little farm, renting a farm, doing work with chickens.
Yeah, reasonable theory.
That's like the path of how you actually start your own small business.
Right.
Also, I don't think it's middle class to own a 200-acre chicken farm.
Yeah, that seems
That's
like a
more
pretty lofty goal.
That's very lofty. That's a fairly large business. Mm-hmm. That's not a multi-billion-dollar chicken farm.
Right.
But that's still fairly large.
Yeah.
That's like an inherited a farm kind of thing.
Yeah, and there's like a lot of infrastructure and shit that goes to it too.
That's
like, even
a
if you
lot
had,
of money.
Even if you had started off with 200 acres and a shit ton of chickens, you got to have like ways to clean up after those chickens. You got to have like storage and stuff for.
You're going to be hiring like probably 10 or 15 people just to feed and care for the chickens. You're going to run it. You're going to have an accountant and a bookkeeper and all these things to run this huge business.
And that costs money.
Yeah, that costs a lot of startup capital.
Yeah.
But no, if you think hard enough, if you wish hard enough, the universe will wave a magic wand for you. And this is just the manifestation bullshit that I hate anyway.
Right.
Like, maybe mantras help some people grow their confidence. Maybe those help some people.
Oh, it was manifesting I was trying to think of, not conjuring.
I mean, they're both the same.
Yeah, they're functionally the same for this, but I couldn't think of the word manifesting.
Oh, that's funny. The universe connects with you to help you in the following ways. So if I want this chicken farm, you're thinking of how you're going to get there. These are the ways the universe will help you connect to your goal. Intuition, synchronicity, inspiration, desire, and coincidence.
So just shit will happen in front of you, and you just take that opportunity. That doesn't make any sense.
That's how you see proof of the universe working.
Is random chance. Okay.
Random shit happening, and you need to take those as signs from the universe.
I mean, you can't count on that though, especially if you're coming from like a low income area. That's why they're low income areas, is because there's no opportunities.
Right. And there might not even be that type of property around you. Like, I don't know if there's even an area within 50 miles of us where you could put a 200-acre chicken farm.
Yeah.
You'd have to go get a pretty big area. Like, that's like a very specific thing.
Yeah.
In her next chapter, she schools us on what the hell money actually is.
It's an idea that represents some amount of work going into a system of other work to pay for goods and services?
Basically, it's a medium of exchange.
Okay.
People used to have to barter, and they figured out coins and notes, and now we use that instead of bartering.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm like, yeah, that's true. But she says money is currency, and currency is energy. And I'm wondering if she means like electric current?
Yeah.
Currency?
If she means it like that, then no.
Because I'm not understanding where currency is energy.
Yeah.
Unless you were thinking electric current.
Because if you're putting it like that, then that money represents the energy someone used to do a job.
Right.
Or something like that. Okay, I see that.
Yeah. So that's just, now we have learned where money came from.
Okay. That was a silly chapter.
Yep. Things have value if people say they do, which
Yes.
is the other blatantly obvious.
Yeah, because gold is absolutely worthless, except a lot of people like it.
And it's shiny.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so she kind of talks about, like, this thing is valuable because some rich person or some famous person sat on it.
Okay.
If it was out of my basement, no one would pay $7,000. Like,
Yeah.
very obvious. People will pay if they see it has value.
Yeah, money's an idea. We get it.
Yes. All money comes from other people being willing to give it to you, which is also an obvious thing because they're not going to pay you $7,000 for the stick in your yard. But if they find out that stick is a magic wand, they might.
Yeah.
You know, it's okay. They pay you $20 an hour for your job because that's what you've both agreed on your wage is worth.
Sure.
Okay.
Now we take a left into Crazy Town, I assume.
Quote,
We've had two reasonable things in a row, so...
That was too much. Too much in a row. Quote, people are to money what a French fry is to ketchup. They are just conduits.
Whoa. What? Nope, there's a wall in my mind that stopped that. Can you read that again?
People are to money what a French fry is to ketchup. They're just a conduit. You know how the whole point of a French fry is to get the ketchup into your mouth? The whole point of a person is to get the money into your pocket.
What if you like plain fries? Like, I understand the concept that, like, tortilla chips or French fries are just a vehicle for sauce, but...
Well, see, that would mean you're poor because you're not desiring money. And if you're happy with just the French fries and you like people for just being people, that's why you're poor. Because people are the conduit to money.
Okay.
I just think viewing human beings in this way is inherently disgusting.
Yeah, it's just putting them, like, even directly in the parallel, that's just a consumable that someone further up the line is going to be consuming with that money.
Yeah, like, that's pretty horrifying to imagine a person as a French fry to get you cash.
Okay. Sad.
Very, very disturbing. But it's not good to focus on any one person to give you money. You need to think of all people as potential money conduits.
Ah, your marks.
Yeah.
Okay. So are you the person eating the French fries in this?
Yes, because you're going to become rich.
So other people are the fries that you're dipping in money to eat.
Yes, because you're going to be rich.
I see.
And that's how rich people view other people, apparently.
So take advantage of other people that are near to you and milk them for whatever they're worth.
And if you sell something, don't lower the price just because the customer is your friend.
Yeah, don't cut any people any deals.
Nope.
Okay. Just be a piece of shit to everyone equally. It's fair, I guess.
And it says to practice giving and receiving money as much as possible. So I'm guessing this means spending and getting. I don't think she means giving as in like charity, because she never talks about charity except as a future goal when you're rich. Quote, what you focus on, you create more of. So if the plan is to get rich, you're going to want to focus on abundance as much as possible. Give as much as you can, as often as you can. Receive with gratitude and joy. Think of money as your pal. Raise your frequency and get in the flow, yo.
That doesn't mean anything, I don't think. I'm not getting anything from that.
Right. I don't know what she means.
Like, it's kind of just buzzwords. It's like it's like echoing karma a little bit, is what it sounds like. But I don't know what any of that means.
Right. I don't know.
Yeah. Where am I supposed to be sending the money for me to become a conduit for more money?
I don't know.
In this, whatever this is.
Right.
So,
because the only times we talk about actually giving to charity or giving other people money is in this future scenario of now you're wealthy, now you can be a good tipper. Now you're wealthy, you can donate to the dog shelter.
Yeah.
Now that you're wealthy, you can give money to the homeless guy.
Like, if I were to stretch it a little bit and try to make it make sense, it's kind of like say it's me and I've got a problem with a vehicle and it's broken down or something like that. I can either work on it myself, do like a bunch of strenuous labor at a task I hate, or I can just pay someone else to and just use the money from the job that I'm already good at and don't hate as much as working on vehicles. I can kind of see it if I put it like that. Like, spend the money instead of trying to do the thing badly.
Yeah.
So, maybe, I don't know.
Maybe.
That's the only way I can make it work.
Yeah.
But she's putting it so badly, I have to do so much work to stretch it.
Yes, because her writing is genuinely bad.
Yeah.
Here's another example of an exemplary sentence structure. Mm-hmm. Get ready. Quote, "Not because I didn't desperately need the information, 'cause Laud knows I did, but because if any of my friends caught me there with a name tag pinned to my chest, discussing the power of gratitude in my little breakout group, participating in the role in the call and answer, 'Who's a wealth magnet? I'm a wealth magnet. I can't hear you. I'm a wealth magnet,' I'd never live it down. In other words, I felt above it all. Too cool for school. Snarkosaurus Rex." She's talking about going to a wealth coaching seminar, but that was a single sentence. Do you want me to read it to you again?
Oh, God, I don't know. Nothing made sense. I don't know what was happening.
She feels shame for going to wealth coaching seminars.
Okay.
Because if a friend found out, they would think she's lame.
Okay.
And she's going to these breakout sessions where people are yelling, "Who's a wealth magnet? I'm a wealth magnet."
Okay, that makes more sense.
But that's all what... I had to read this so many times. She also felt uncomfortable at these things because they're really hokey and cheesy.
Yeah.
They really are. She feels like this is cheesy. This is lame. If any of my friends saw this, they would make fun of me. She's smelling the bullshit at these seminars, but she decides that the problem is her, not the steers in every stall. She's embarrassed to admit to going to any of these seminars because everyone in her life would be like, "That's like snake oil salesmen and psychic readings. This is a scam.
You're being dumb." So she's just leaning hard into the scam.
And this is when she was a lot younger and didn't have money to waste on this shit.
Right.
And she's wasting all of her money on this shit.
So she's just like, "Oh no, guys, all the scams were right."
And she finds a particular coach that she really connects with. So when other people say lame shit, she's like, "Well, lame." When this guy says it, she believes it. So this guy
says the right things to affirm how she wants to feel about it.
Yes. This guy says it the right way. She wants to get a coaching package from him. The silly little group package was $15,000.
Holy shit. Yeah. I don't know how you look at that and say it's yeah, this is just more... This stuff is just feeding into multi-level marketing. That's all. That's the entire thing. Mm-hmm. It's make the money move. The more money you move up the pyramid, the more money's going to be coming to you.
Because you might move up the pyramid eventually, too.
Yeah.
She wants the real package. The actual big cojones package.
Uh-huh.
It's $85,000 for a year.
I don't make that in a year.
Neither do I. I won't be making that for a while as an accountant.
Gee, like putting in like...
She says like
more
that's
than a year's salary
to one man for coaching.
That's insane.
This is an insane amount of money. And she's like, that's an insane amount of money.
Yeah.
This was a long time ago, too. Mm-hmm. The time period she's talking about is like 2005. This is 2005, $85K.
So for her, is $85,000 a lot of money? Like for me, $500 for a car is a lot of money? Is that because...
Well, I figured out later that around this time she was making $30,000 a year. So that's about 3 years of income for her.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, an insane, not $500 for a car for you.
Yeah.
This would be like, imagine 3 years of your income.
Okay, so she's got like a realistic scale for how much money this actually is.
Yes.
Okay.
I do by putting the pieces together. She's just going on and on about how it's a mind-blowingly huge amount of money. How could she possibly raise that amount?
Okay, yeah. Good context to have.
Yeah. She finally faces the fear that has held her back from being rich all of this time. Quote, And it was this. If I became a financially successful woman, my adorable father, who worked his whole life to provide and care for me, would be crushed, defeated, and abandoned because I would no longer need him.
What?
Her father has been giving her cash her whole life.
Your successful doctor dad is going to feel insecure if you
Finally pay for your own stuff.
No, that's insane. Your dad, if your dad is a good person, he would be proud of it. He would be happy that you're stable on your own.
Yeah, exactly.
The reason he's giving you money is because he's worried about you and he loves you, you fucking psycho.
Yeah. And so this is how he shows his love, is by giving her money. So she thinks if she no longer accepts his cash, it's the same as stabbing him in the heart.
Also, like, oh, my dad gives me... I'm taking this avenue for my dad expressing love away from him if I make money.
When she also
insane.
decides to get over that fear and decides that being rich is more important than accepting her father's love.
Crazy. It's crazy either way
It's
you go
crazy both ways. So...
I don't understand it. That's fucking incomprehensible.
I think this is supposed to be her breakthrough aha moment, and that's the best she could come up with. And it's fucking lame.
I'll give her credit. It's creative. I never would have gotten to there.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy, but I guess you gotta be creative to get there.
Yep. She imagines her father being happy for her success. This is how she's able to reframe it. In her mind, she thinks, oh, my father will be proud and happy.
Yeah?
For me. And I can change my thoughts so I'll stop being poor. However, she informs us in the book, she still lets him give her money since it just makes him so dang happy. This now millionaire off of these stupid books is like, yes, Daddy, I'll still take your cash because I know you love me.
Yeah, this is an absurd amount of wealth I can't understand because, like, number one, like, it's a systemic thing. Like, you're going to be more successful anyway if you just have, like, that kind of stability in the background. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you imagine having a parent who helped you with your bills?
If you've got a parent that's giving you money, like, even just occasionally, you've got that backfall that normal people wouldn't have if they're poor.
Right.
Like, oh, if I can just make it to the beginning of next month, my dad's going to give me $5,000. I can make my car payment or buy this new car because mine broke down this week.
Right. She talks about, like, facing down bills and how she's going to get money for stuff. And she even thinks about moving back in with her mom because that's an option for her and it's not for so many poor people.
Right.
Like, she just has all of these fallbacks. And we're going to ignore those.
Yeah, I agree. You tend to be more successful if you've got a safety net.
Yeah. Yep. And you're more willing to take risks. Mm-hmm. Because when you fail, you won't end up homeless and dead. Mm-hmm. She mentions visualization, which might be helpful for some people when they're doing this stuff. I can't see pictures in my head, so it never helped me. Mm-hmm. And it's just part of the manifestation mantra, whatever. Now we get weird.
Oh boy. I can't wait to get
We have been in the realm of normal conversation at a restaurant with friends.
I haven't gotten weird since that last episode we did.
We're not going there.
We're not going there again.
Okay, where do you think we go? If we're going weird, and this has been her baseline of normal, we've gotten a few chapters in, and this is our normal.
The next thing I can think of doing is some kind of weird ritualistic thing that you do at home involving getting naked and covering yourself in condiments.
Oh, because you are the French fry.
Yeah. That's where I'm going.
Well, you got halfway there.
Okay.
You need to talk to money like it is a sentient being.
That's fucking crazy. What does that mean?
You need to write it letters and tell it how much you love it.
Oh my god.
She includes love letters written by readers
You have to create an imaginary friend that's money.
And you have to tell it how much you love and adore it.
Ah, yes. Perfectly normal thing. My new deific idol is money.
Yeah.
Like, instead of a golden calf, it's just a pile of money. Like, no middleman. We're not even shaping this pile of money like something. It's just money.
Yeah. She includes letters, and I have one for you.
Oh. I'm already
It's
weird.
deeply sad. Quote, "Dear Money, I feel..."
God damn it. I can't keep shit straight when you start a sentence saying, "Dear Money."
I told you, you write to it like it's a person.
Oh, God. I just can't take it seriously. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Try again. "Dear Money, I feel confident and secure when you're here. And
I'm sorry.
I like to spend you when you're around. I feel generous to others, but sometimes you leave without saying goodbye. You're like a lover who comes and goes on a whim, and yet I always want you back. It makes me resentful and frustrated. I get so scared when you go because I'm afraid you'll never come back. It makes me feel bad about myself. Why can't you just enjoy being together?"
That's fucking crazy. That's a crazy place to go to. And for this person to get there so comfortable with parents that have money, and she seems to be doing fine, and having to talk to her money, that's fucking weird.
Yeah, that one was sent in by a reader, but she tells us we need to do this.
Oh my God.
We need to write letters to
That's
money.
so sad.
And tell it how much we love it.
Oh, I'm bummed out now. Someone got to a point they sent that...
To her.
Yeah, they sent that to her, but also wrote that essentially to themselves for their money.
For their money.
That's crazy.
Like, for a while, I went through a self-help kick.
Sure.
I went through some woo-woo stuff.
We all go through that.
In the 20-teens, most people went through, a mysticism, whatever.
Yeah.
I never read anything like that. I listened to self-help. I listened to insane preachers talk about angels flying them to the airport. And none of that was as crazy as this.
There's so many better versions of this, potentially. Like, you could have, like, an imaginary better spending self. Or something. Or,
Just a budget.
yeah, just a budget. Just have a budget. You don't have to literally talk to your money about how you spend it. That's fucking crazy.
It is insane. It is so insane. Chapter 5 starts with a story of her house sitting a farm in Northern California. There's a horse and 2 goats, and the goats would stand on the porch and stare at her through the door, wanting to be let in. She didn't let the goats in because they were outdoor goats, not indoor goats.
Oh no, are the goats going to be poor people?
No.
Okay.
Well, yes.
Oh no.
Shit, you got there.
Damn it. Damn it, I was right again.
You're right. One day she went to town to shop and came back 5 hours later to the goats in the house. And they had destroyed everything.
Not a good house sitter.
No, she's not a good house sitter. They had headbutted the door until it knocked over, but when they got in, they couldn't get back out. And she acts like these are creatures who have malicious intent. Like they peed and pooped on her bed specifically because they hated her. She gives them way too much credit.
Okay.
She believes that they take pride in their destruction. Like they were just poo-pooing her. Ha ha, we destroyed stuff.
Anthropomorphizing animals. Like,
Which we anthropomorphized money, so doing it to goats is not a stretch.
I guess anthropomorphizing goats isn't as weird as doing it to money.
Right. They get through the fence and destroy neighbor properties as well, so she has to fix the fence and go collect them, and she just is a really bad house sitter. I would not let her farm sit for me.
I mean, that's just how goats be, though.
Yeah, they really are. They're very destructive. We should take the example of the goats as a good example for how we should behave.
Like a destructive asshole?
Yes. Quote, "Here are some secrets to success that the goats modeled beautifully. Chewing, kicking, stampeding through any obstacles in their path. Poo-pooing the rules. Dreaming, bigger than goats are told they can dream. Never taking no for an answer. Following their hearts no matter what. Not stopping until they reached their goal." We need to be the goats shitting on everything and destroying a house. That's how we need to behave to get money.
I mean, it's just saying, do literally everything you can to make money, regardless of how reprehensible it might be morally or ethically.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
I agree. You probably can make more money than most people by being morally reprehensible.
Yeah.
So,
like, we need to just desire money with the passion that goats had to get inside and cause destruction. I think it's very telling that her example of the passion and tenacity we need are farm animals that destroyed a home. That's the example she gives us, not somebody who had a passion for whittling and whittled farm animals and spent 20 years doing it and then eventually hit it big on TikTok and made $1 million.
Sure.
Like, this is our goal, is to be like a goat.
yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. She does tell us you need to be very specific about the things you want because that allows the universe to fulfill your order.
God damn it. That, again, it's something that, yeah, you should have a goal in mind, but not because it's so you can work toward it. It's not so the universe can make it happen for you. That's silly.
She says you need vision boards, the specific car you want,
Goddamn vision
whatever.
boards.
Yep. And you need to love money and desire money so much that it drowns out any fear, doubt, or worry.
See, again, like, even with the vision boards, like, there's a reasonable version of this. Like, a while back, I heard about a bodybuilder that wanted to win the world's strongest title. And what he did was every day he would write in a journal the same thing, was this goal that he wanted to be world's strongest man.
Yeah.
And that just kind of focuses you on a goal and keeps it in your mind and stuff like that. That's the reasonable version of it, but just making a vision board isn't going to make it magically happen.
But the universe takes it like it's taking an order for a sandwich.
It's so silly.
She insists that we live in a culture that makes us afraid of success and tells us how difficult life is. I don't know what America she's talking about.
Yeah, because everyone in America definitely wants to make more money.
And we are always watching movies about the underdog winning.
Right.
And we have how much of reality TV is about successful business people like the Kardashians.
Shark Tank.
Yeah. Like, so much of our society is built around capitalism and worshiping businessmen. We think that people are smart because they're rich.
Right.
We think that because you had a big business, that makes you
A mega genius.
Yeah. I don't know where she gets this.
I don't know. Especially in 2016. Like, that's probably when Elon was at his biggest before.
Where people really worshipped him. Yeah, I thought he was great in 2015. I mean, we even have the idea of the self-made millionaire and the self-made billionaire. People believe these myths.
Yeah.
We hear pull yourself up by your bootstraps as if it isn't a contradictory phrase. That's literally impossible.
Yeah.
But she's trying to say, no, I'm going to encourage you to chase success. Everyone else is going to put you down and try to prevent you from being successful.
I see. Everyone's a hater. They're jealous of you because you're successful or something. It's fucking stupid.
It's the same thing of we hate rich people.
Yeah.
Can I remind you of all of those reality TV shows that are just focused on rich people?
Yeah.
She warns us not to be specific on how we're going to make the money that we plan on spending. Because that would be practical. That would be goals that you could achieve or fail to achieve. And that would put her butt on the line
Yeah.
when it comes to this advice. Don't focus on selling 3 extra cars at your dealership this month to make that $12,000. That might block the universe.
Yeah, don't have aspirations or short-term goals.
Right, or actual achievable goals.
Yeah.
Quote, your job is to envision your life, with all the specifics you can muster up so you can get all emotional and excited and take inspired action.
Okay, but people do that anyway. Like, you're sitting at your job, not doing your job well, daydreaming about your ideal life instead of, working towards the goal.
Mm-hmm. Then you hand the rest over to the universe, otherwise known as surrendering. This is a key factor in consciously managing your energy to create an awesome reality for yourself.
That's fucking dumb. People already do that. It's just daydreaming about your dream job at your current job.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't do anything.
I just think it's really, really stupid to be like, specifically plan this vacation you want to go on, and you pick out your outfits, you look at the airline tickets, you look at resorts, but do not make a plan for how you're going to make that $5,000.
You know what it is? She's living in a different reality than, like, say, us. Because she has all these, like, networked connections. She knows a lot of people. She knows other people in her economic sphere. So, yeah, you're going to have better networking options for getting these kind of chances and stuff like that, instead of someone who's living in the projects where everybody else is also poor. So, yeah, she's just living in a different bubble than her readers, probably.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. She does say that if you have a hobby or are good at a particular skill, use that to try to make money. And that's fine.
Yeah, reasonable.
Yeah. And if you have a strong enough of a desire, you'll succeed and make all the money doing the thing you love.
Not necessarily, but
it's kind of like we were talking about podcasting.
Yeah.
There is a very small chance that we could ever get big enough that we could make enough money for you and I to do this as our job.
Yeah.
There is a chance. It's 1 in a million or whatever.
Yeah.
But people do. I follow YouTubers who their full-time income comes from doing YouTube. And that is a possible thing.
Yeah.
That cannot be your entire plan. That cannot be the strategy to success. Like Amy has said, she wants to do YouTube. And I'm like, okay, you need to have a career and do that on the side.
Right.
And then if it gets big enough, then you can do YouTube.
Yeah.
You cannot go into planning YouTube as your moneymaker.
Yeah.
The algorithm changes. You're at the mercy of the advertisers. You're at the mercy of the platform.
It's too steep of a chance to put all your chips on.
Yeah. We need to have a mindset of wealth. One way to have this mindset is, quote, have faith as firm as a firefighter's fanny and wide-eyed gratitude that it's already yours, even if it feels like it's taking for freaking ever. Never lose faith, ever.
Faith in what?
That you will have wealth. Have faith that the wealth is coming even if it doesn't come.
That's just silly.
Because she can't guarantee any kind of time frame.
Right.
You're not going to get rich reading this book, but she's going to sell you on seminars and more books and other stuff.
Yeah.
And she can't actually say, yeah, within 6 months you will have gotten a better job or monetized your hobby. But she's saying, have faith.
Yeah.
Just have faith.
Like, it's one of those things that's just so vague, effectively useless. Like, it doesn't even broker argument with.
Right. You can't argue against it because it's so stupid.
Right. You know what else is too stupid to broker argument with?
My socials.
Exactly. Don't argue with our socials. Just follow them and stuff.
And like them. And
like
share
them.
them with your friends.
And
otherwise,
give us money.
The universal intelligence will come and flick you on the nose.
That's right. Because we're manifesting.
We're manifesting the universe flicking our listeners on the nose when they do not follow our socials.
Hello, bad book loving friends. Just updating our socials. We're on Blue Sky now at bugs-bibliowrecks.bsky.social. We have a Substack at Bugs and Books, and the profile name is Bugs at BiblioWrecks. And of course, our website, BiblioWrecks.com. Drop us a message and check out the content that Bugs works on. She's really good at the social stuff. And let's get back to that bad book. And we're back. And hopefully the universe has punished you sufficiently so that you will promote our podcast.
Go tell everyone you know.
Yeah.
They are conduits to subscriptions for us.
Or else our universe hitman will do something mildly inconvenient to you that could also just be pure chance.
Do you ever see those really funny ones where it's like mildly annoying curses? Like, I hope you step in puddles with your socks on.
Yeah.
Or you step on gum, you know? And we're back to this shit. Jen did a wealth mindset session because we just talked about the wealth mindset thing.
Right.
It's faith that you will be rich. And she has a coach. And this coach is helping her wealth thinking.
Wealth thought.
Yes. This coach did help her because they created a website where Jen helped other writers create their book proposals.
Yeah, he made up a business for you.
He helped you actually launch a real business.
Right.
So she has this real business where she helps writers complete book proposals, and it was mildly successful.
Okay.
Now she's doing a new session with this coach, and the coach is trying to help her make good money with her business. He tells Jen to come up with an amount that if she hustled super hard, she could make in a week. Like, if you work on your business really, really hard, what can you make in a week?
Okay.
She decides she could make $5,000 in a week, and the coach says, you have 1 week to make $10,000.
Unreasonable.
Right. But this is supposed to be how you get wealthy, is
Right,
somebody says, get wealthy.
It's just whatever number she was going to say, he was going to say double it regardless. So.
Yeah. Yep. Jen then plans on how she could make that amount. She could work privately with 3 people to complete their book proposals at $3,000 a pop, and then sell one group coaching plan for $1,000. Because she also sells coaching to other people.
Uh-huh.
She pays a coach, and she also coaches others.
I see.
It's like a grift all the way down.
Right.
It's a pyramid of coaches coaching others,
Yeah.
and the money just flowing up.
Because, like, if your business plan is, I'm going to dupe someone into paying me $3,000 4 times a week, then, yeah, if you can do that, that's easy.
Mm-hmm. She thinks about a former coaching client, and boom, there's an email from him asking for coaching. Because coincidence and the universe.
Uh-huh. Not already established networking.
Right.
Because that was someone that was already in her
Previously
sphere.
a client. Someone who had already paid her
Right.
for her services and liked her and was returning.
Yeah, that's not...
But it's manifestation.
I see. Yeah, it's clearly the universe.
Mm-hmm. She charges him $12,000 for 6 months of coaching.
Is that making $10,000 in a week?
See, as a business student, that kind of made me mad because you're earning that over 6 months.
Right.
But if you're cash basis, you do count it when you get the check.
Yeah.
So unless he's paying her a bit at a time, I don't know how her accounting works.
Yeah, that's kind of cheating.
To me, that does sound a little bit like cheating because you're not earning that money this week.
Yeah, because
you're earning it in the future.
You're averaging that out over
6 months.
which is however many weeks.
Right. She then sells one of the book proposal plans for $3,000, and here she made $15,000 in 2 days. Miracles happen. Never mind, she's been building this coaching and writing business for a long time.
Right.
And she's doing work that she's invested a lot of money in. She
Yeah.
has paid for the headshots. She's paid for the website. She has paid for coaching. She has paid for advertising. She has had to work on this for a long time to see this level of success. But because this coach said try to make a lot of money, that makes her change how much she charges this particular client. She previously used to charge him $25 an hour for coaching, and now she's charging him $300 an hour.
So effectively, the idea is overcharge the shit out of your clients.
And that will make you rich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess if you're just going to be unethical about it, sure.
Her point is she didn't make the money in the way she was expecting. Because remember, you're not supposed to make a real plan because that won't work the way you want it to. Quote, your job is to get your energy aligned. Be dead serious about bringing the money in and take all the action you know how to take. Universal intelligence's job is to move what you desire toward you in whatever way it sees fit. She's taking away her own agency. She worked hard for this.
Yeah.
She made money, but it was the universe.
It's just so silly. Like, treating this as a series of isolated events, totally stripped of the context of any other amount of time that has already been established for what she's been doing already.
Yeah.
Because she's already building up a client base and stuff like that.
And so she tells him, 6 months, 12 grand. And then she's like, oh my God, he's going to say no. This is a stupid amount of money. And I agree.
Yeah, it's
a stupid amount of money
on a stupid service.
But he agrees. And this was doing him a favor because it was offering him a chance to play at that higher frequency too. She was doing him a favor by charging him this amount of money.
I see.
Because she's a great person.
Yep, sounds like a fucking grift to me.
Yeah.
But what do I know?
But it pays off because he used her coaching to go manifest himself $1 million business. No details included.
Yeah. Totally stripped of context again.
Yep.
It's only attributed to this one thing that he did involving her.
Just like we're going to attribute to that coach, you need to earn 10 grand in a week. We're going to say that's what caused this whatever. We're going to say this coaching with her gave him $1 million business.
Right. Silly.
It's important to make sure you focus on the positive, not the negative, because what you focus on will happen. If you're worried about being deeply in debt or not having a job, that will keep those things true and keep away the good job or the money to pay off the debt. Here's the proof. Quote, which is why when you're trapped in worry, you not only keep creating more of it, you literally can't see all the other possibilities that are surrounding you. For example, once when I had a hankering for a tuna fish sandwich, I went to the pantry to grab a can and found my craving crushed under the realization I was tuna-less. That little blue can of albacore was nowhere to be found. Insert sad trombone sound here. Right before I left the pantry in defeat, there appeared 2 cans of tuna. The thing is, the cans were red, not the usual blue. I switched brands, you see. And because I was looking for blue, not red, I did not see them.
What?
That's the proof that if you're without a job and you think about, oh my God, I don't have a job, that's why you still don't have a job. Because she went to look for tuna and she couldn't see it, even though it was there. Proof, I tell you, proof.
So she just forgot she bought a different tuna and didn't see it for like a second and then saw it.
And that was manifesting the positive tuna that she needed.
You manifested the tuna that you
Bought
had
yourself
already bought.
and knew was there.
Right. Oh, God. That's so impossibly dumb.
Yeah, like her proofs are the stupidest things.
Yeah.
This isn't a coincidence. And she wasn't worrying. She was just looking for something and was temporarily fridge blind.
Yeah. As a man, I'm in a permanent state of fridge blindness.
As is my husband. Here's a fun sentence that I had to include because it is so stupid. Quote, when you're excited, your heart speeds up, your body tingles, and you run into traffic, drag a stranger out of their car, and kiss them all over their head.
What?
Have you ever been so excited you ran into traffic, dragged someone out of their car, and kissed them all over their head? Because I haven't. That's not something I do.
What does that have to do with anything?
It's not good enough to have mental mantras and think things. You have to have the positive emotions that go with them too. You have to force yourself positive, happy, excited about the money you're gonna get. But also she's saying, you know, that totally normal thing people do? Run into traffic?
I mean, I guess she's just being hyperbolic, but that's weird. That's really weird.
And how does that relate to we need to feel emotions about our mantras?
Yeah. I don't know. It's just more toxic positivity shit.
Yeah.
It's literally just a pit. Like, I'm feeling like she probably took a lot of this, like, whole cloth from one of those get-rich seminars.
That is quite possible. Who knows how much of this is actually original.
Yeah.
She does say that emotions are important, and it's important to feel them all. And I agree. Like, if you have a bad day and you cry, it's important to cry and get it all out.
Okay.
She does say that.
So we said a normal thing.
And then she tells us that we need to feel love, the emotion, all the time.
Okay, that's crazy. Love for something? Love from something?
Love
Is your
of
money-
everything.
That you don't love everything unless you're a crazy person.
Quote, love is the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. Love beats the crap out of fear, hate, jealousy, worry, insecurity, irritation, grouchiness. It's stronger than all of them. If we all just spent our days focusing on strengthening our love muscles, laud the changes we'd see. But for you, dear soon-to-be rich person, practice viewing everything in your world, and I mean everything, even your backed up septic tank, with love and appreciation, and behold where it gets you. Fall madly in love with your purpose for making money, and you will be unstoppable. Kind of think that contradicts the, feel all of your emotions, because if my septic tank backed up and I was having shit in the tub, I'd be pretty upset.
Yeah, what's there to love about that?
Nothing to love about that. You just call a plumber and you get him to come out and drain your septic, and you get a bill that you have to pay.
Yeah, I can't even think of like a stretched out version of that could possibly make sense.
No. And there's not. She's just saying, you need to feel all of your emotions, but you need to feel love all the time because it beats every other emotion. Also, the sentence, fall madly in love with your purpose for making money. So we're not only loving money, we're loving us making money?
Yeah. It's just more goal driven. It's just you have to be passionate about whatever your goal is.
Right. And it just seems to acquire money.
Yeah.
There's a chunk of the chapter about imagination, because if you can imagine it, it's possible, and then that means you can get it, because the universe does it that way. And I skip most of that, because I'm like, we all have heard the same...
Manifest your...
Yeah, and imagine the biggest, the bestest, greatest, whatever you want,
What if I can imagine a god that can move anything, but also I can imagine an object that can't be moved?
Your brain will explode. The paradox will give you an aneurysm. Quote, the big secret to getting rich isn't so much about brilliant plans or hard work or good connections or amazing timing as it is about thoughts and emotions.
That's not true.
That's
not true at all.
It's just a lie. It's just a lie.
Yeah, it's just functionally not true.
Mm-hmm. Because from last I checked, it was brilliant plans and hard work and good connections that got people the high-paying jobs and the things they wanted.
Because you can have however much of a spectrum of emotion you want if you live on a uncontacted society living on an island in the Pacific. That's not going to make you money.
Right.
That's insane.
Yep. The universe will always send you what you want to succeed, but it needs to know you're really serious about it.
What?
I don't know. This is what she just says. The universe wants to send you what you need to succeed, but you have to prove you're serious, or the universe won't send it to you.
I still don't understand why we have to couch it in the universe language. Because, if you're not serious about it, that's going to be enough to keep you from catching an opportunity that comes by or something like that. No universe required.
Yeah.
I mean, a universe is required, but no universal force or whatever this lady's fucking talking about.
Right. Like, you can just follow a business plan and start a business and then talk to enough, venture capitalists to get your business off the ground.
Yeah. Why isn't there like a normal self-help book like this about making money? Like, what?
I mean, there's entrepreneurship classes at colleges. You
Sure.
go and they teach you how to come up with a business plan, how to write it, who to talk to. And then, half of the business stuff is like, this is what it takes to get your, you capitalize this, you have these debts, you have that, and you run your business.
Yeah.
It's just called going and getting a business degree.
Right. I just don't understand like why there isn't a normal version of this, and it's always something weird.
Because we live in a horrifically capitalistic society that most of us have to be dirt poor for the very, very few to own islands and yachts.
Yeah.
But they want to make money off of the poor people, and the only way to do that is to say, here's a pipe dream.
Yeah. And the rest of us are just sitting here deifying the money.
A person with the mindset of someone who's wealthy sounds like this. Quote, you'd say things like, when I get my boat, I'ma let you drive it. And you'd invest whatever terrifying amounts of money you needed to into your business. You'd doodle, me plus the universe equal forever on all your notebooks. You'd leap into new exciting / terrifying opportunities with a grateful expectation of victory. Recover from mistakes more quickly. Your words would be mightier. Your swagger would be swaggier. Basically, you'd be psyched.
Stockbrokers.
They're sitting there with a journal going, me plus the universe for forever.
Yeah. But also, like, most people, like, making money off the market are making safe bets.
I mean,
right?
No. Doing finance is actually a very, very complicated job. And there's a lot of different ways to protect your investments and stuff.
Right.
But she's not talking about that. She's just saying if you felt like you were wealthy, you would just swagger around and be psyched up because you would be on top of the world.
Yeah, it doesn't matter that, everything in your life is centered around money that you don't have.
And it just kind of sounds exhausting.
Yeah.
I mean, I want money as much as anyone else, I guess. But I cannot imagine being that obsessed about one specific thing. That would be exhausting. I love books. I have a podcast about books.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine pursuing books the way this woman pursues money.
Yeah, that seems crazy.
Can you imagine I must eat and breathe and drink and think and sleep books? If you try and change it to anything else, it sounds utterly silly.
Right. Yeah, it sounds like a psychotic way to live.
Yeah.
Especially long term. Like, you can, quote unquote, psych yourself up for, like, short term shit.
Right. Kind of like if you're doing one of those strongman competitions. You are going to fast for this week or two. You're going to cut your water. You want as much definition as possible so you can get up there and win the medal. And then you have to return to some normal amount of eating and drinking or you'll die. You cannot live this urgent, obsessed life for very long because it's unhealthy.
Yeah.
And her writing is just so bad. That sentence was just so bad. Most of that was one sentence.
Oh.
She's putting sentences within sentences. Those are not separated. I think she sounds like a teenager. I think her writing is really bad. But I think that's why her book sold so well.
Yeah.
Is because she was willing to do Valley Girl and swearing and self-help. And it was something completely different.
Yeah.
Everyone else had been The Secret and incense and woo and meditation. And she was like, you're a badass. I said ass. And everyone was like, tee, she said ass. And that's how she sold it.
That's funny. Am I the only one in the universe that thinks incense smells like shit?
Yes, I love incense.
I don't get I've never liked the smell of incense in a room. Like,
those little witchy shops that have it.
Yeah,
I love those places.
immediately go in and I want to leave because I hate that smell.
Oh, it must just be a you thing. I don't know. I mean, I'm slightly allergic to some of those, and I start sneezing and have to run away.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the initial smell, I'm like, ooh.
Yeah. No, I just actively dislike the smell, but yeah, maybe that's just a me thing.
Maybe it's like the cilantro tastes like soap, but you have something that says sandalwood smells like shit.
Yeah, maybe. I do love me some cilantro, though.
You got the cilantro, you have the incense smells like shit gene instead. She tells us we need to have an attitude of gratitude, and that raises our frequency to that of the universe.
There's more toxic positivity shit, sure. Yep.
It's like the neighborhood kids who come over for cookies you baked. The ones who immediately run off don't get any extra, but the kid who's grateful and helps clean the kitchen gets more cookies and gets to lick the bowl.
Okay. Yeah, sure, in this scenario you've manufactured, what if the kids already ate all the cookies and you only... Like, that still requires manufacturing on someone else's part. Someone has to have the insight to be like, oh, I'm going to save a cookie for whatever kid hangs out and helps. That it's not like a universal force. Is the universe in this analogy the mom or the lady with the cookies?
The lady with the cookies, I think. So if you show up and you're like, oh, this is great, I'm going to stay and help you and show all of my gratitude, the universe will give you more.
Yeah.
It's just, the same toxic positivity, have a good attitude, always have gratitude, kind of stuff.
It doesn't always work like that, though.
No.
Sometimes you do the right thing and the universe still shits on you about it.
Mm-hmm. But not in this world, not in Jen's
Right,
world.
we're in toxic positivity world.
Right, where the universal intelligence reads your thoughts. Mm-hmm. Gratitude can be the thing that blocks the universe from giving you what you want, even if everything else in your life is following her book exactly.
So wait, gratitude can get in the way.
If you're not grateful enough.
Okay.
Lack of gratitude. So, like, you can have the mantras, you can have the excitement, you can be focused, you can do everything else, you can write love letters to money. But if you do not have an attitude of gratitude all the time, that will block the universe. This all-powerful universe that rearranges everything can be blocked. Kind of like the problem of God being blocked by your bad attitude or whatever.
Yeah.
It's the same problem.
Like, still, there's like a more reasonable version of this. Is that, if you're a ungrateful, dour pissant all the time, then, no one's going to want to be around you or want to work with you,
Right.
and you're going to lose opportunities because of it. Mm-hmm. There's a more reasonable version of this. It's just this version is stupid.
Yeah, because she says, quote, desperation repels, gratitude attracts. I don't know, all this sounds really desperate to me.
Yeah. Everything about this book so far is reeked of desperacy.
And I think that there's layers built in here to protect her from accusations that the system doesn't work, because you can follow every other part of the plan. Mm-hmm. But how are you going to prove you were grateful every minute of every day?
Right.
It's impossible. She compares your decision to make money to a character in a movie called Touching the Void. In it, the character climbs a mountain, but on the way down there's a blizzard, and he's given, as Jen says, a, quote, colossal shit biscuit. And he has to walk down the mountain on a broken leg with sunburn, frostbite, and a really bad song stuck in his head.
One of these things is not like the other. What the fuck does the song have to do with anything?
I don't know, but she makes a very strong point of he had a bad song playing in his head and how desperately bad that is.
Okay.
He decided to live because it takes a lot of effort to climb down a mountain on a broken leg. And you need to decide to make money as strongly as he decided to live and walk off of this mountain.
Yeah, again, that's just fucking crazy.
Because you can do feats of amazing strength when you're fighting for your life.
Right. Like, equating your very existence to the pursuit of making money. That's, insanely greedy. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
No. She says that getting rich is not about working harder, but rather about working less, since you're going to be making smarter choices.
Yeah, it's just the old adage of don't work hard, work smart.
So, that's the little bit of good information.
Yeah.
Like, maybe instead of working 3 part-time jobs that are minimum wage, try to get a full-time, well-paying job that benefits.
Gotta start somewhere reasonable before we take a left turn into Crazy Town again. Yep.
She follows it up by saying, just go into debt to pay for the stuff.
What?
And trust you'll earn the money back. Because that's what she did, and it worked for her.
Well, good for her. Sometimes you make a risk and it fucks you over for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Just because you take a risk doesn't mean you'll inherently succeed.
Right.
And this is like a self-deleting process here, because all the ones that do that and they succeed, they're going to talk about it. But all the people that go into debt and fail in life by this standard, they're not going to want to talk about it.
I went into debt to pay for an MLM starter pack. I lost money.
Yeah.
I lost money for 18 months and then I quit. And everyone was like, oh, but you could have made it big. And I'm like, no, I lost money. I'm quitting because I don't want to keep losing money.
Yeah, and I'm sure you didn't want to go around singing that from the rooftops because it's fucking embarrassing.
It's embarrassing to admit you lost money to an MLM. And you wasted money, time, and energy on that shit.
Yeah. So, this is like one of those self-deleting processes that, all the ones
Self-fulfilling prophecy?
No, there's a better way of putting it, and I can't remember how to...
Is it the self-choosing or the...
Yeah.
Where you only hear the positive because... Oh, it's like where you only hear about the kids who survived riding bikes without helmets.
Yeah.
Because the ones who didn't wear helmets and died, we don't hear from them.
Yeah, I can't remember what that's called, but there's a thing for it. The thing I'm trying to think of is called survivorship bias.
I do agree with her that debt can be used to start a business.
Sure.
And you need to have a business plan, you go to a bank, you get a loan, and that's how you get capital to buy the things you need.
Right, but you're not automatically going to succeed just because you did that.
Right. The debt is not the guarantee to success. And debt isn't the boogeyman that Dave Ramsey makes it out to be. But I don't think that debt is the answer when your plan is trust the universe. She tells the story of living in Spain for a while, and she also traveled to Iceland, India, Vietnam, and possibly England.
Possibly?
Because she talked about saying tomato instead of tomato when you lived in England too long, but she didn't actually say that she traveled there.
Okay.
She did talk about buying trinkets at those other places.
Okay.
I don't know in what world this is poor.
Right.
I don't know any poor people who've gone and lived
Traveling
in Spain for a while.
fucking Europe.
And then in her 20s, traveled across Europe. The point of her story is to talk about drinking so much she needed her stomach pumped, and how the Italians don't get drunk like that because they give wine to their kids and it's normalized. So crazy Americans drink until they get sick and almost die.
Yeah.
But the Italians treat wine as a normal beverage and they drink it in moderation.
Well, yeah, they just have a different culture about it because the
Right.
culture supports moderation instead of overdoing it.
And children, it's not demonized so that when you get a hold of it, you overdo it.
Right.
But her point is kind of like the culture you're in changes who you are.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, this is obvious.
Yeah.
Okay.
Reasonable.
She then tells us the story of moving into a garage near the beach in LA. And she got it because she harassed the landlord until he rented it to her. Because she wanted to live near the beach on LA, and being there raised her frequency and made her happy. Even though that was when she was poor.
Yeah.
But she has to tell us how she manifested a garage on the beach of LA, even though it literally had a car in it. It was a car garage, like a one-car garage.
So she lived in a garage with a car.
The car was no longer there. She was there.
Okay. I was going to say, that'd be... I understand living in a garage, but living in a full garage with a car in it, that'd be
Yeah,
kind
I
of
think
hard.
they took the car out, put a person in.
Okay. Yeah, I can get with that then.
She tells us that shabby is as shabby does, and we need to make our surroundings nice to have a high frequency.
Okay. Don't know what that means exactly.
She tries to tell us that we need to, paint the house, put up nice curtains, wear nice clothes, eat good food. And it's because that raises your frequency. But I'm like, you can't do those things when you're poor. Have you seen
Right.
the price of paint? I can't afford to paint my kitchen because that's $50. I don't have $50 for paint.
Right.
And she's just like, oh, well, if you want it, you can just go paint your house. Because she's not actually poor.
Right.
She's not actually poor. She is just pretending to be poor.
Right.
She can just go gallivanting with friends to wherever she wants in Europe. That's not poor.
Yeah.
Living on the beach in LA is not poor.
Right. Also, just annoying someone into letting you live in their garage.
She'd gone to the open house and it was packed because everyone wanted this garage on the beach of LA because it was cheap. It was really, really cheap because it was a garage not meant for human habitation. And she went back the next day with a pastrami sandwich and stood there talking to him until he said he would rent her the apartment.
I mean, it's just hustle culture shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we need to change our surroundings so that they're nice and have a high frequency. This includes the people we are around.
Aha.
If they try to be realistic, ditch them.
If you have any sane people in your life that aren't obsessed with making money constantly, you don't need them.
Yep. I have the
You don't
quote.
need a reasonable voice in your life.
Nope. If
They're
anyone,
just going to hold you back.
Yep. Quote. Worriers, doubters, freakers, sad sacks, small thinkers, complainers, naysayers, whiners, chunters, grumpers, scaredy cats.
Chunters?
Don't know what that word means.
A chunter is someone who speaks in a low, inarticulate way. It's basically just a synonym for mutter. Basically me, really.
These are not the people you want to share your dreams with. Make friends with people who are into self-help like you and who are willing to cheer you on no matter how ridiculous and insane you behave. Basically.
Yeah, again, it's just turning your social life into a money-making machine or something.
Right. And it's like, to an extent, if you've done drugs and that's the crowd you run with, if you want to quit drugs, you have to quit hanging out with your druggy friends.
Yeah.
If you only have friends who work at your minimum wage jobs and the minute you talk about going back to college and they put you down and fuss at you for trying to leave and do something different, yeah, those aren't your crew. I understand that. But she's saying anyone who's a naysayer or who doesn't believe in your goal to be wealthy at all costs, you should just get rid of them. Just cut them out.
That's crazy.
Did you know that people are poor because they don't want to be rich?
I feel like that's been the premise of this book. I just haven't agreed with it.
It is very repetitive. I tried to cut out the repetitive, but it was like, wait, we're almost finished with the book and we're coming back to this. Did you know poor people are poor because they don't really, really want to be rich? Because if you want to be rich, you'll be rich.
I see now. Mm-hmm. I can be rich now that I've received this information and I've been choosing poordom.
Yes.
And to be a brokey. As our Lord and Savior Andrew Tate says.
Yes. Quote, we don't want to feel the shame and weirdness we have about getting rich. So we stay broke and constantly feel shame and weirdness when it comes to our lack of money. We don't want to feel the stress involved with managing large amounts of money, so we remain broke and are constantly stressed out about money.
Yeah, this is just her projecting
This is her. This is her.
This is her projecting her insecurity on everyone else because, like, you get in this conversation with, like, pretty much everyone at some point if you hang out with them long enough. What would you do if you got $1 million?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
what would you do if you won the $60 million lottery? And everyone's got an answer ready because everyone has thought about this.
Yep.
This isn't like, oh, I'm ashamed to have money. No one has that feeling.
If I win the Powerball, I'm going to go kill myself. Like, nobody talks like that. Everyone is like, oh, I'll pay off my house. I'll buy that mansion. I'll get a yacht. I'll go on vacation. I'll pay off my mom's house.
Yeah, the only people who have that insecurity are people with money. And have an insecurity and feel bad that they have opportunities that other people don't.
Yeah. Normies don't talk like this.
No,
they really
we fantasize about having money. This isn't an insecurity that we have.
Yeah. She uses the invisible ships myth to explain how people stay poor because they can't see the opportunities in front of them.
What the fuck is that? Invisible ships?
This is the myth that the natives couldn't see Christopher Columbus's ships because they'd never seen one before.
Oh my god.
So let's throw in some racism there too.
God damn it, that's stupid.
And you know, I looked it up, and apparently the only people pushing this myth are woo-woo mysticism people.
Yeah.
Because they use it as this proof.
Yeah, they need to make up some bullshit so they can have a parallel.
Which didn't exist in real life.
Right. Yeah, whenever, colonization and exploration was happening in that period, they could understand the concept of a large boat.
They had canoes.
Most
they had
cultures,
boats.
Regardless of how primitive, have some form of boat.
Yeah.
You can see a boat and then be like, oh, that boat but big. It's not that big a stretch. It's not that crazy.
Right. And people went to the beach to greet them.
Right.
They weren't completely ignored like they were ghosts.
God damn it.
I know. It was insane. Anyway, she suggests different ways to make money. And this is where we have actual practical, this is what you should do.
Okay.
The first time really in the whole book. This
Okay.
is fine. One is start your own business. She doesn't care for writing business plans because they're hard.
Well, yeah, we're not working hard, though.
We're willing to write love letters to money, but not write a goddamn business plan.
Yeah, we gotta waste our time writing letters to money instead of doing, something fucking productive.
She does also say, you still need to write down numbers for revenue, expenses, and income streams, which is a goddamn business plan.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, I'm not a fan of solid real plans. Just kind of vaguely put out the numbers out there. That's like, yeah, that's worse than nothing, Jen.
Yeah, don't do a business plan, but, mark down all your expenses, what it's going to cost to run your business, how much revenue you can expect to come in, that kind of simple stuff. Not a business plan, though.
Not a business plan. Another is to grow your current business by hiring coaches, doing things to grow your business like advertising, partnerships, following the revenue streams. That's just normal business stuff.
Yeah.
If your business is small and you need to grow, go get help from somebody who has grown businesses. Mm-hmm. There you go.
Yeah.
Third is if you have a job you hate, you must quit and find a different job.
I mean, I'm all for people going and getting different jobs that are suited for them better. I'm all for that. But doing it responsibly is the thing.
Yeah.
If you're going to leave yourself in a hole, leaving this job you hate, just try to stick with it longer until you've got something already laid out.
Yeah, like I'm in a few different Reddit threads where we talk about like jobs and recruiting and accounting and whatever else. And everyone is like, don't quit until you have your next job lined up. It is so much easier to get a job when you're employed.
Right.
Which is ironic and weird, but it is true.
Well, it makes sense because, your new employer is going to be like, oh, this person is responsible enough to hold down a job that they despise and, take a moment to think and, be patient, not just jump off the fucking deep end.
Mm-hmm. And the longer you're unemployed, the longer that gap is. And they're like, well, why haven't you been employed yet?
Yeah.
And now it's starting to get bad. Mm-hmm. Fourth, if you have a job that you like, that underpays you, ask for a raise and go for the promotion. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, some jobs will never give you a raise or a promotion, but sure.
Yeah.
Fifth, if you are unemployed and looking for work, imagine your dream job and do everything you need to do to find it, and you can take less than perfect jobs on the way to your dream job. So if you want to be the VP of a business, you can start out as a cashier and try to work your way up to manager and then upper management. Fine.
Sure, yeah.
So this part of the book, actionable, it's fine. And then she immediately follows it up with reminding us we need to worship money.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we're going to start writing some more letters. Uh-huh.
Quote, treat money the way you'd like to be treated. You are having a relationship with money, and in order for things to go well, you need to put time, focus, and love into this relationship. Give Moolah a reason to hang out with you. Take an interest in its life.
That's fucking crazy. This is paranoid delusion level of talking to your imaginary money.
Here's another one. Be a good host. Make room for your money. Make it feel welcome. Nature hates a vacuum, so create space for your new money to fill it up. Get a financial planner and set up a retirement fund, investment funds, or a savings account. Make it a no-brainer so you have places to put your money when it starts pouring in. Why don't we just say open the guest room and set out candles?
Yeah. Cook the chicken and put out a nice white wine.
Yeah.
Set out the lube on the bed for money. Where is the parallel with actually making it to third base with your money?
I mean, strippers get stuck in their underwear.
Yeah. If we're taking this relationship parallel to its extreme, What is the real life parallel of having sex with money?
Oh my God. I don't know.
Can you get pregnant with your money?
Can pay for your
Can you get an STD from your money?
Oh God, I'm sure you could. You need to pursue money with urgency, or you might get distracted and watch TV.
Do not stray for a moment from thinking about money constantly.
You'll have time to relax after you are rich.
Who is this worth it for?
Right?
Like, I'd much rather be poor than be fucking crazy obsessed with the means to an end that is money.
Yeah, like this is like anorexia levels of control and obsession.
Yeah.
Like this is so unhealthy.
Like, if I have like a different goal than just making money, but I have to use money as a means to an end, at some point there's a possibility I could come to an opportunity that circumvents the need for money to get to what I actually want. Money is just a means to an end for everything, for the things that you want. Like,
it's so you can eat out instead of spending an hour cooking.
Right.
It's to go watch movies with your friends and have a laugh and have a good time.
Yeah.
It's to go on vacation and see new things. The money isn't making you happy. It's those other things.
Right.
And sometimes you can do those when you are not rich.
But to be fair, it's a lot easier to get those when you have money.
It is. But also...
But it's not the end goal.
You have to breathe along the way.
Yeah.
She tries to tell us there's a difference between hurrying and urgency.
What?
In her mind, there's a difference because hurry causes mistakes and urgency is being focused. And she spends some time arguing this, and I'm like, I don't know, man, whatever.
Yeah, words mean things. And, like, if you're just going to use a different definition for it, then just use a different word. That's just silly.
I think she's trying to make her word count.
Yeah, probably.
She gives us an anecdote about how the singer Prince opened for the Rolling Stones in a trench coat and bikini. He got booed off and decided not to open for anyone else and just to do his own shows.
Okay.
I only include her anecdote about Prince because of this sentence.
Oh, God.
Quote, "The more in tune and in love you are with your awesome self, the less crap you will give about what any non-fans of yours thinks. The easier it will be to strut your strut and find your joy and get it on with the green goodness of money."
Oh my God, we're actually fucking
We're
money.
actually at sex with money. Because I was like, is there a different definition of get it on? Nope, went and looked. Everyone takes that to mean having sex.
Yeah.
She says, get it on with the green goodness of money in this goddamn book.
Just live, breathe, eat, and fuck money.
Yes. Don't forget to worship money.
Yeah, gotta worship your money.
We forgot for a minute there because we were laughing about having sex with it. We also have to worship
Deep
it.
throat and gag money.
Quote, "Money is freedom. Money is power. Money is my pal. I love money and money loves me. The money I desire is already here. I am energy. Money is energy. We are samesies. We are besties."
It's just, this is just rhetoric to make you obsessed with money. It doesn't, it's just, this is nothing.
Yeah.
All it is just making you a crazy person about money.
Yeah. Maybe that is what it takes to get that level of rich.
Yeah, probably.
I don't want to be that rich.
If you make your entire life goal just something, you're more likely to achieve it. But also, everything else that has been in this book has just been about passively achieving wealth just by thinking about it.
And remember how I talked at the beginning about the contradictions?
Yeah.
That is the biggest one.
Right.
Because we're supposed to have mantras and trust the universe to bring us what we desire.
But also,
and we're supposed to desire these specific things.
Also, psychotically work your way toward more money at every single breath and thought.
And pursue it and not get distracted by TV.
Right.
Or these other things.
That's the part that's going to make you money.
Yeah, that's the part that causes money to end up in your account. You had 5 jobs and you spent every single minute of your day doing everything to get cash.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of just doing the thing that we all know is kind of true about just believing in like some kind of deity. It's something that at the end of the day, you can push all of your worries and insecurities and stuff onto just to get them out of yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'll agree. Believing in some kind of deity can do that for you.
Yeah. Like that was the crushing part of leaving Christianity was, everything I do has consequences and there's no one here to save me.
Right.
These things happened and there's no one to fix it.
Yeah. All this is doing is just assuaging your worries about the financial decisions that you're making. Is just letting you, at the very most generous, is just letting you have the confidence to make financial decisions instead of sitting and agonizing about it.
Right.
And that's kind of the part of this and a lot of the stuff that works, but it's just couched in so much stupid bullshit.
But we need to understand that rich people got there by tenacity.
That's not true. Most rich people got there because they're Nepo babies.
You're going to love this sentence. Quote, the number one thing wealthy people attribute their success to is tenacity.
Yeah, that's true.
That is true.
They do say that a lot.
They do attribute their wealth to tenacity.
You know, because they're insecure about just having the nepotism opportunities that they had.
Because most rich people aren't going to say, hey, it was luck. I'm lucky.
Yeah.
Most people aren't going to say, yeah, my cousin is a wealthy actress and she got me these jobs.
Yeah, she gave me a small loan of $1 million.
That I lost multiple times and had multiple bankruptcies, but hey, I kept getting more loans.
Yeah.
Her example of tenacity is a mom and her 2 sons who got onto a flight right as the doors closed. And they obviously booked this last minute because each of them have a middle seat in a different row.
Okay.
The older son refuses to sit in his middle seat because he must have a window seat. 10-year-old kid standing there saying, I have to have a window seat. And the mom saying, get in your seat. And him saying, I have to have a window seat. His mother tells him to sit, and he stands there and refuses until a man gives him his own window seat and just trades with the kid.
Yeah, you can just stand there and bitch about something until someone gets exasperated and just says, God damn it, you can take my seat. Just let the fucking flight go.
Right, because you're holding up a plane full of people who want to get where they're going.
Yeah, you're being an asshole and inconveniencing everyone. And you just have to ignore that and ignore being a bad person for you to succeed and get the things you want.
Yes, quote, his desire for and vision of his goal outweighed and blinded him to all other options. Public humiliation, verbal abuse from adults other than his mother, no screen time for the rest of his life. He had the stick-to-itiveness to poo-poo one of the biggest blocks to success known to man.
Stick-to-itiveness. Yeah, not like fortitude,
Grit,
fucking stick-to-itiveness.
the need to be liked and fit in. If you plan on going from poor to rich, you too must stick to your guns at the risk of being unpopular. So she has given us 2 examples. Goats that destroyed a farm and a kid who was an asshole.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Your mom paid for a middle ticket, a middle seat ticket. You should have just sat down and taken your seat, kid.
But what about in a slightly different universe where no one gave up their seat and they all got kicked off the motherfucking plane? Because that can happen too.
Yep. Because
and then
if you're
nobody
disrupting
gets
a
what
flight,
they want.
Yeah. And I have a feeling that it didn't last very long because someone was just like, I need this flight to get there so I can make my connection, and just gave him the seat. But she sits here and she actually says in the book, I don't know if I should pay him as my coach or chew him out myself. She's admiring a 10-year-old kid who's being a brat and saying we need to be that brat.
Yeah, that's where I get all my
best ideas.
All my financial advice is from shitty, bratty kids.
Yeah. She does have an example of how you can change your plans to take advantage of other business opportunities, and she uses the Miller Brewing Company. They shifted to selling malted milk and sodas during Prohibition when they could no longer sell beer. And that's a perfectly normal business choice.
Yeah.
You cannot sell this product anymore. You shift And they were already doing things where they were selling liquids.
Yeah.
They had canning opportunities and jars and bottles.
Yeah. It's diversifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they were amazing because they did this thing. And here's the sentence where she uses a word that I don't think is a word.
Again, is it less of a word than stick-to-itiveness?
Yes. Quote, as we toured the facility, sipping samples of beer out of plastic cups, I was ensmartened about something I did not know.
That's upsettingly ironic.
I learned about something. I heard about something.
Ensmartened.
Ensmartened.
Quite possibly the stupidest made-up word. Mm-hmm. I'm all for...
Up there with tuna-less and stick-to-itiveness.
Yeah, like I'm all for inventilating words, but that's stupid.
Ensmartened.
Like I feel instupidated just hearing that word.
Yep. She takes us down memory lane during a trip to her hometown with her brother. The point of the story is that things look different after you grow up because you're taller, bigger, you've been other places, so your hometown looks rinky-dinky.
Yeah.
Happens to everyone.
Sure.
But I found one part of this anecdote very interesting. She walks past their neighbor's house and calls them unbelievably idiotic.
Okay, this sounds very rude.
When she was a kid, her and her siblings would put on their swimsuits and carry towels and go stand at the fence, watching this family swim in their pool. And they would wait for an invitation that would never come. And she calls them unbelievably idiotic because they didn't get the hint.
Maybe they just didn't want a bunch of strange kids to just jump in their pool because it's their pool and maybe they don't like you.
Maybe they just didn't want to invite you, Jen.
Yeah. You know, maybe if you'd had some more stick-to-itiveness...
the universe would have fulfilled your desires.
Right. I mean, you stood there at the fence for no reason and didn't get what you wanted.
Also, that would have been a perfect example of, like, manifesting, is you stand at the edge of your porch with your swimsuit on and you get to go swimming. But this is literally the opposite. The universe denied her desires.
Right.
Even though she manifested and stood there in her swimsuit with a towel waiting, yeah. She never got invited. And she calls them idiotic because she thinks they couldn't take a hint. She just didn't get invited.
Yeah.
So I think maybe she's a little dense.
Yeah. Taking away the possibility that, maybe they just didn't want a bunch of strange kids in their pool.
Yeah. She reminds us that the universe desperately wants you to be rich, and you just need to change your beliefs to start being rich.
I don't think that's true. I'm pretty sure the universe is neutral about everything, probably. If it did have, like, some kind of entity behind it.
Right. And as you said, if everyone's rich, no one's rich.
Yeah.
Because your baseline goes up.
Yeah.
That's the end of the book, and so I have a couple little sections of different things.
All right.
Section 1, How Jen Got Money.
We already went over this, didn't we? Like, life coach, her dad kept giving her money. She kept putting herself out there.
Chapter 1.
Okay.
She shoplifted and scrounged for coins in other people's couches.
And that's how she got rich?
That's one of the ways she got money. When she was poor, that was one of her efforts, and I'm just going through of how she actually got money, since this is supposed to be a how-to, and she's using herself as the success example. Yeah,
that's not manifesting. That's actively seeking money, like, directly.
And from other people.
Right. So that's not the universe manifesting. You're going out and pursuing a thing.
Remember that $85,000 that she needed to manifest?
Uh-huh.
How do you think she got it?
She asked for it from one of her friends, or had like a big group of people investing in it, or her dad just gave her the money.
She thinks of a friend who is very frugal and doesn't know what coaching is, flies to this woman's house and surprises her.
She tricks an old friend that she has probably not seen in a long time into giving her a bunch of fucking money.
And this woman is frugal and has that in her savings. And Jen sits there and talks to her until she gets a check.
So the person that is frugal, you're going to ask for money from them so that you can do the opposite of what they do. Like that person should also be considered a success story, someone who is very frugal with their money and uses it wisely, except for in this instance where they gave gave this author money to invest in a life coach.
She says she earns it back and paid it back.
I mean, I guess that's good. You didn't dupe this lady out of $85,000. So.
But also, that's not manifesting. That's asking, that's bumming money off of a friend.
Right. Still haven't seen what exactly the universe is doing here. Because so far, it's just the action that the author did that just worked out for her.
Yep. In the 2000s, she was 40 years old, and she was making $30,000 a year doing freelancing. The median income in the U.S. at that time was $46,000. So she was earning a little less than like the average American household. Mm-hmm. She was not poor.
By herself. Yeah.
By herself. The poverty threshold in 2005 was $20,000 for a family of 4. Mm. I think she's exaggerating her poorness this entire book to make us feel pity and like understanding. Mm-hmm. When she wanted to get like one of the coaches she paid for, because she apparently has paid for a bunch of coaches. She maxed out all of her credit cards and then got new credit cards to pay $7,000 for a coach. At the time, she was making $30,000 a year.
Yeah, just irresponsibly going into debt, asking for someone else to fix your money situation.
Mm-hmm. Like, that's a fourth of her yearly income on credit cards. At the beginning of her coaching career, she paid for an entrepreneurship think tank group thing designed to help people start their own businesses. She could never come up with an idea for a business, but realized she could teach other people how to start their businesses.
And then steal their ideas.
No, she doesn't steal. She is a cheerleader for them while having never done it herself.
Ah, okay.
Her business is teaching someone something she never, ever managed to do herself.
Yeah. That's funny.
So she just gets a job there. She's like, I can sit here and cheerlead other people. And they're like, sure, you're hired. And the other way she got money was she got an offer from a production company to make her book, I think it was the You Are a Badass book, into a TV show, and they wouldn't raise one of the percentages, probably for royalties or something like that. And she rejects them and has faith that someone else would show up and give her the amount she wanted. Lo and behold, the company comes back a week later and gives her the amount she wanted. She claims that it was faith that made it happen.
That's just hardballing.
Yeah. That's just negotiation.
Yeah, you just didn't accept the first offer because it was bad.
Yeah, you
That's
negotiated
just reasonable.
and rejected their offer. And they raised it. It's just, plus, we're taking something you've written, you've successfully marketed, you've made money off of. This isn't manifesting.
Right. Yeah, the manifestation thing just doesn't bear out. It's just dumb.
How Jen spent the money that she acquired.
Oh, boy.
She spends thousands on coaching and seminars before eventually paying and spending the $85,000 on a year of coaching. I think she wasted a shit ton of money on these seminars because she mentions multiple times different coaches, different seminars, entrepreneurial workshops. She was heavy into this world for a long time. Yeah. Trying to tell us that I was always scared of being rich is bullshit. Yeah. She has spent a lot of time reading these books and being into this scene. Being obsessed
with getting money.
She also owned a brand new Audi while writing her book, How to Be a Badass.
Yeah,
Audis are luxury cars.
Right.
She owned a brand new Audi in 2012 before becoming a best-selling author.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not exactly what I would think of as someone who is struggling.
No. And the goats at the farmhouse jumped on the hood, and she had to replace the hood for $1,000.
You had the ability to replace the hood for $1,000 is the real statement there.
Yeah.
You know what happens if something jumps on my hood and scratches the shit out of it and dents it? I've just got a scratchy denny hood now.
Yep.
That's my new reality.
My car has rust, and it will have rust until I get a different car.
Mm-hmm.
In almost every chapter, she had success stories. Mm-hmm. And through a couple of them, she had these other strange anecdotes. So I put them all in this one section. Success story 1. Charles went from $20,000 a year to $145,000 a year by practicing interviews until he got a better paying job. But he did mantras. Woo, universe.
It's just working at a skill until you're better at it. Mm-hmm. That's normal.
Mm-hmm. Story 2. Sandra went from living in her truck to living in a beach house in California. She did the mantras, found mentors, and hired people to help her. She did all of the acting jobs and gigs and hired people to run the business side, and she constantly worked to build her career.
Yeah,
Just doing a job,
Yeah.
having a career.
Sure.
Joe went from 40K to 100K a year. He manifested his big raise by listening to self-help books and taking responsibility at work and moving up the corporate ladder. He also stashes money all over the house to remind himself that money is everywhere and all he needs to do is reach out and grab it.
That's fucking dumb. That's fucking stupid.
Uh-huh.
You organize a little scavenger hunt for yourself that you have so much money.
She says to leave money around the house like an Easter egg hunt at one point in the book, literally. And I'm like, people visit me. I don't think I want to do that.
No, I don't trust enough people for that.
I have kids. They'd be like, ooh, cash. Mm-hmm. Her friend is not named. She just tells the story about him. He was very funny, and he made all of her parties a blast. Because you know how poor people can afford huge parties with lots of friends to come over and drink?
Yeah.
Those parties. He worked a full-time job, and then he hosted these parties as favors for people. Mm-hmm. So that was just his hobby.
Okay.
He finally saw an MC in real life and realized he could make hosting parties his actual job and ditch his day job.
Yeah, he's a party planner now.
Yes.
It's just a skill he just has and realized he could make money off of.
Everyone wanted him to host their parties, and he was successful. He already had a huge contact list from hosting parties for other people. He was doing bar and bat mitzvahs for people. He already had a clientele list. He just hadn't charged any money yet.
Yeah. No universe woo-woo shit required.
No, he had contact lists, and he was funny. And he made his being funny into his job.
Yeah, which great if you can do that.
Yeah. But also, she wrote the sentence about him. Mm-hmm. Quote, he went on for years basically working 2 jobs. The one he got paid for and hated, and the one he loved, that made his eyes look like 2 piss holes in a snowbank from exhaustion.
What the fuck?
I don't think I would appreciate my friend calling my eyes
piss holes?
Mm-hmm.
What does that even mean? What did you
I
have
don't know
jaundice?
Right? Because I don't even... Holes in a snowbank are just white. They're just white with white. With yellow if it's pee.
Yeah.
I think she's just like, how can I use the most absurd comparisons?
Yeah.
Anita manifested $75,000. She wanted to pay off some debts in order to quit her job. She needed $75,000 to pay off these debts. So she started writing down 75, the number, everywhere.
Oh my God, we're getting into magical numbers.
She was meditating on the number 75, 75, 75. And nothing happened. But then she remembered she had worked at a tech startup in 1999.
God damn it.
Received stock as a thank you gift and had forgotten about it.
This is the tuna. This is just
the
a tuna again.
The company had gone public, so she sold the stock for, $75,000.
You ever just have money laying around and
that you forgot?
That you've forgotten about? Do you ever have that? How many times has that happened to you this year?
Oh, I found some quarters in my purse I didn't know were there.
Yeah. That's basically the same thing.
Jim Carrey manifested $10,000. Or no, Jim Carrey manifested $10 million by working as a comedian for years before landing his role in Dumb and Dumber and getting paid $10 million.
That's not manifesting.
But because he was wishing really hard for $10 million for years,
was that a bit he did?
He told Oprah Winfrey that he had written himself a check for $10 million and post-dated it years in the future. And then it came true and he got Dumb and Dumber. But it's just you worked really fucking hard for years to become a successful actor.
Yeah.
That's not manifesting.
No,
that's working at a career
yeah.
and having a lot of skill. Catherine, 52, was always good at making money because she always believed in herself. She worked at a financial institution, started out at $15,000 a year, made it to VP, making $500,000 a year, retired, and then made loads of money at her gardening hobby. It was super easy.
again, just working at something you already like and figuring out a way to make money off of it.
She just monetized a hobby.
Yeah.
And she just got a good job and climbed the corporate ladder. Good for her.
And on top of that, for every one person that works for, there is a literal sea of people
There's
didn't
thousands
work
of
for.
employees who didn't make it to VP.
Like, all the success stories on YouTube, there are
Millions
of channels on YouTube that don't have, like, any views or anything, or never get, like, any kind of traffic or anything like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, for every success story, there's a million people that have failed or it didn't work for.
Yeah. Kelly was a small business owner that went from making $4,500 a month to $35,000 a month after finally hiring an employee because she could do enough work to delegate. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
that's just
it was mantras and magic.
That's just an inefficiency problem.
Yeah.
Like you your workload is too high, and when you get too much of a workload and you can't do it all by yourself, you need to hire someone to help you.
But it was a coach who told her to hire an employee, so it's magic.
Yeah, your coach isn't a complete idiot. Mm-hmm. Sure, I can buy that.
Jill went from making $2,500 a month to $45,000 a month in her MLM. But I don't actually think that's true because she was making the $2,500 a month as the number one recruiter at her company. And then later she made her real money by, quote, teaching an abundance mindset.
So again,
I think she became a coach to MLM people.
Right.
And those are the ones who make real money.
She's doing the same thing the authors do.
Yes. Yep. She became a coach and cheerleader.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it doesn't matter if what you're doing is unethical as long as you're making money doing it.
Yep. Linda went from being a hairdresser making okay money to working in marketing doing special events. After a lot of hard work, she became successful.
Crazy. You changed your job and you changed it to one that just makes more money. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm shocked that whatever that thing you said was makes more money than a hairdresser.
Yep. A neighbor started her own financial business in 2008 and was successful a year later after working on it very hard. She got a mentor who gave her good advice. She did mantras and whatever, but she studied her industry really hard and became good at sales. These are just people going and doing a job.
Yeah. And like studying and working hard in order to get to another job that they want. Mm-hmm. Just like you would if you went to college.
Practical advice that Jen has given us through the book. Turn your hobby into a side job.
Okay. Be
nice. Take care of yourself. Act with confidence. Build good habits. Bad advice.
Okay.
She wrote money mantras at the end of every chapter, and you were supposed to write why you're grateful for money and have these phrases that you're supposed to tell yourself every morning when you brush your teeth or whatever. You need to list why you deserve money. You need to list the beautiful things that happen due to money and how you being rich will benefit others.
Bullshitting yourself. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You need to find and change negative attitudes around money. I'm grateful to money because...
I'm obsessed with money, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You need to practice saying thank you every time you receive money and think to yourself, see, money loves me. It just can't stay away.
Insane about money.
Yeah. Leave money around your house so you get used to seeing it all the time.
Weird scavenger hunt activity. That doesn't mean anything.
Write a love letter to money. Address it like you would a lover or friend.
Seduce your money.
This one really, oh my God. This one is the worst. If you had to earn $2,000 in the next 24 hours, you would try a little bit and then give up. Because it's really hard to make $2,000 in a day, right?
Yeah.
But if Jen came chasing you with a sock full of nickels to beat you over the head if you didn't increase your income, you would suddenly find new ways to make money. Like, quote, taking out a loan, selling your car, approaching important, intimidating people for help, etc.
Well, getting a loan is cheating. You're not making money, you're borrowing money.
That's not income.
Yeah.
And selling your car? I would sell my car if I was like half dead or something, and that was what would pay for a doctor or something.
Or I lost my feet and I can't drive it now anyway.
Right. That's not income. She thinks going and asking for money, taking out a loan, or selling your car are reasonable reactions when you need to raise money. I'm like, but if you're trying to earn income, that means a job where you are exchanging labor or work or something for cash.
Also, if your goal in this scenario is to get money, and someone's chasing you with a bag of nickels, you just take the nickels that you got your start.
And just say, hey, I'll take
Then
those.
you turn around and you start chasing Jen. Threaten to beat her with nickels.
Give me your money.
Unless she gives me $2,000.
That would be the best YouTube video, like a Mr. Beast thing. Money mantra. I love money because it comes when I call. I love money and am grateful every day that's surrounding me with its glorious goodness.
Again, it's deifying money. That's crazy.
I love money because I am a fearless, badass money-making machine. I love money and will not give up until I'm surrounded by all the wealth I desire. She does have some good advice. She says in order to make lots of money, you just have to be willing to do what it takes. And here's what it takes. Agreeing to get really, 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 really uncomfortable over and over again.
Yeah, like working a job you hate.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. I don't like this job. I'm going to work here and I make money. And you know, there's a lot of very high-powered, very lucrative jobs that are not enjoyable.
Yeah.
Like, you know, being a lawyer is not fun and glamour every day. It's a lot of reading and it's exhausting and it's a lot of work. Being a manager at a big firm is a lot of hard work.
You know what job makes you a lot of money? CSI cleanup.
And that would be fucking gross and awful.
Yeah, I knew a girl that had that job.
Oh, man.
And she made enough money to live on and didn't have to work probably about a dozen times a month. But every time she did, it was absolute hell because a lot of the times it wasn't like a crime or anything. It would just be an old person that nobody had checked on for like 2 weeks. She would have to clean up that whole thing. Yeah. Clean up a biohazard. Made a lot of money, but hated it.
The people who go and clean out hoarders' houses charge between like $5,000 and $10,000 for a single weekend.
Yeah.
And you would only have to do that a few times a month to pay your crew.
Yeah.
But that would just be fucking awful.
Yeah.
But she's not talking about working
I know she's
a good
not talking
job.
about that.
She's talking about going and borrowing money off your friend or taking out new credit cards.
Yeah, if you've got rich friends. Again, it's a networking thing.
She does have one sentence where she is completely reasonable and has good advice. Quote, be responsible, put money aside for the future, wear your seatbelt, make big fun plans with your friends and family, don't walk through shady neighborhoods alone, invest your money wisely,
Whoa,
exercise your body and your mind, practice safe sex, don't smoke cigarettes or get drunk in public and badmouth your neighbors, act as if you've got a long, happy life on earth ahead of you.
Okay.
This was probably in one of those sections where we immediately hard turned into worship money too.
Yeah.
But, you know, it was like, okay, I'm going to try to give her props where she actually says something reasonable.
But also don't go into bad neighborhoods. That one feels weird.
It is don't walk through shady neighborhoods alone.
Yeah.
I mean, as a woman.
I get it.
If you had a friend, it'd probably be better. But, yeah. You know,
Just a weird one to put into a finance...
right up there with don't smoke.
Yeah.
Because she's trying to say, like, I'm telling you to be extreme. I'm telling you to be weird. But here's a dose of normalcy. Please attempt to be normal, too. You know, have a positive attitude. Stop using negative words about yourself. Meditate. She does say to break your goals or ideas into manageable chunks and focus one at a time.
Sure,
and that's good advice.
Yeah, it's a goal path.
Yeah. Be your best at whatever job you have, even if it isn't your ideal job. Keep your friends on who cheer your success and aren't jealous or mean when good things happen.
Yeah, don't surround yourself with people that don't like you.
Yeah, don't undercharge for your services. Don't undervalue items you sell. Fine.
Yeah.
It's good advice. Oh, that's the end because I moved a piece. Sorry, that was a weird ending. Well...
Yeah, because you said, that's the end of the book, and then we did more book.
Well, because I had these sections.
Yeah.
So it was like in there, it feels like normal people were like the editor came in here and said, hey, You need to tell people that they should still live in a house and have family.
Yeah.
Put
some reasonable shit.
Let's please put some reasonable stuff in here, because it's interesting. Most of those sentences are not structured in these crazy other ways. These other sentences are structured.
No piss holes in the good advice.
Right. So it kind of reads where you have sections of normal person talking normally, and then you have her batshit insane other stuff.
Yeah.
And that was...
How do we grade self-help books?
I know, I was just trying to think, like
the one that I did that I remember, that one was actively harmful to people's health.
And I don't know how harmful this book would be, because it depends on whether the person takes it literally or not.
Yeah.
I don't think any of this is meant to be taken literally.
Right.
I think this is all hyperbole. If you take it literal, you will be insane.
Right. It's kind of like that book about ultra marathons. I can't remember. Born to Run. Mm-hmm. Like, as far as like just aura and spirit energy, it's like great for just getting you psyched up and, get you moving and stuff like that. Great for that. But if you take it literally, you will physically break yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But for like just, a boost of inspiration or something like that, it's great. But
also, we need to think about the way that people who use self-help books act. They will read this, get hyped, think up some plans, think up a business idea, and then move on to the next book 6 months later. It's kind of like, how we find so many bad Christian books at the Goodwill and library free shelf, whatever. It's because people who are needing affirmation in their faith need to read these books that will affirm them. And then it wears off. And they have to go and find a new one because they don't have that strength or belief, and they need somebody to help and fix it.
The cup only runneth over in short bursts.
So I can't imagine anyone taking this book literally and using this stuff, keeping at it in the long term. I just see this being a hype thing to make you temporarily believe you can be wealthy. And, if your dad's a doctor and you sell a best-selling novel on how to be a badass, you can become wealthy. Sure.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's not exactly what I would call inspiring, though.
No. Honestly, and some of the sentences were written so badly. I hate the voice she uses. I do think that voice is why she's successful, because it spoke to a group of people who hadn't had a self-help book cuss before.
Yeah.
And
it was unique in
It was
that
unique
way.
at that time. Now there's other books like How to Not Give a Fuck and some other books like that. So she kind of paved the way for this new type of self-help, I guess.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she's more successful than me. More people know who she is. She has way more money. She's published. She is successful.
Yeah.
And this is how she claims she got there, and I think that part is false.
Yeah.
I don't think it was mantras. I think it was luck.
Yeah, it's luck and just how nepotism works.
I just think it's really interesting that she was coaching people while unsuccessful, and that coaching is what made her successful. I just think that whole coaching industry is full of grifters.
Yeah, it really is.
And that's why you go from coach to coach to coach, because similar to those Christian books, you need a hit to help you do all the things, and then it wears off and you need a new one. Yeah. So I just think it was, as far as writing goes, a C.
Yeah.
I think some of it is stylistic choices. I don't like them.
Yeah.
I would have gone and said, please clean some of this up and just use words that are not in smarten. Maybe just learned. Just use the word learned. She's trying so hard to be unique and special.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is so childish. This is so immature.
Yeah.
What did you think?
I think it's, I don't know, I think it's middle of the road for self-help books.
I'm going to give it the grade of angel poop. Something that doesn't exist and is probably still stinky.
Yeah. I don't know, that's also fucking crazy.
As crazy as this book?
Yeah, I guess it's fitting then.
Follow us on Blue Sky. Follow us on YouTube. Give our YouTube some love, because we post these on there, and you can leave us comments, and we'll see them, and we'll reply.
Yeah, and email us at our email, BiblioWrecks@gmail.com, BiblioWrecks.
Give us your suggestions. Let us know if there's any other funny self-help books, because I think most are going to be so boring that I would just fall asleep and not be able to do an episode on.
Yeah.
This one actually was so bad it was very funny.
Yeah.
So let us know what you thought of this, and if you loved this and it made you rich, give us some money.
Yeah. We're manifesting people
rich
to
subscriber.
give us money, just like this author.
Hey, you know what? If Jen listened to this and then she gave us money and we manifested it, it would prove her right.
That would only prove her right.
It would prove her right.
Her method works. My God.
I love Jen Sincero's money. Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go write me a love letter to some money.
Yeah.
No, you're not invited. I need some privacy.
I'm going to start striking off all of my friends off my personal list of friends that don't sparkle money to me.
Yes, every naysayer, and what was that one word? Not sure. I don't even know. It was some random word in that list.
I can't remember. And you're at the top of the list. You go first.
I'm holding you back. I'm only holding you back. All right. Bye.
Bye.